or afternoon. How's it going? Still getting set up. Welcome everyone who's here. Jake Lagatare getting set up in Gettysburg.
New text message from +1 888-441-4776. Send text management, agents. Please listen to this call before Thursday. Link, https://vimeo.com/1105111/237F459BCD. Share equals copy. On Thursday we
How you
have a
guys doing
major
today?
announcement
Chip had a really
concerning the
good
loyalty reward program. You will write more business with...
Chip had a good stream. I don't know what was going on there. I hope my stream doesn't cut out a lot. I've been having issues with my internet this morning on my phone. Let's set up like this.
Protein and crops.
Yeah, there's a lot of protein in plants too.
Well, yeah, that's what.
Most people, a lot of people say protein.
Yeah.
Think when we're eating them and taking things from them, we're respecting them?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, how?
Everyone we work with is very humane and treat them humanely. Take care of them. I mean, it's the livelihood.
You think that during their life, right? But then we're just benefit and we're taking them out for our benefit. Not that respectful.
Yeah. Yeah. I get it. It's my life.
Yeah, we can get everything from plants, so it's way more efficient, right? I mean, you understand that all the plants, we feed them to the animals. So if we just consume the plants ourselves, you make a lot more money, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm getting my mic set up here. How's it going, guys? Ag country. There's a guy standing out here off camera. Had a shirt for ag country. I asked them what it was. They said that they loan farmers money so they can farm animals, plants, whatever. He said, I said, can you respect animals while we're taking things from them? And he said, oh yeah. All the farmers respect their animals, all of them. You know, he wouldn't be lending the money if they didn't respect their animals. But then when I said, well, when you're killing them and you're breeding them, just for our benefit. He said, yeah, you know what? He thought about it for a second. He's like, you might kind of be right. Then he turned around and went back inside. He said they're out of like the Midwest, like where most of the farms are, where they farm all the beef. Hey Martin, hey Jason, how you guys doing? Yeah, respect them as objects, exactly. They respect them as a paycheck. That's the whole point. As long as they keep getting paid, you know, it's not really in the animals' interest, it's in the interest of the farms, because if they treated their animals, you know, horribly, they wouldn't grow. That's the kind of shit that they say. The meat would taste bad. They don't grow as well if they're treated bad. So obviously we don't treat them bad at our farms, right? It's so crazy to think. Look at those pretty dogs. How you guys doing? Can I ask you a few questions about animals? No? Let's see, throw out a couple of these. Should put some of these starter kit stickers on some other things. I didn't bring as much stuff as I did the other day because I'm just gonna try to get rid of what I got here. How you guys doing? Can I ask you a few questions? How you doing, sir? Can I ask you a few questions? It's got like a painting or something in the bag. That's cool. Nature, a painting of nature. But we love nature, and we have animals on our shirts, and we buy pictures of nature and animals, and then he's gonna go eat a bunch of animals and animal products that's just destroying nature. So it's like crazy how we all feel one way and then we act completely different. So I'll probably be here for a couple hours. Then as the sun comes over, I might move to the other side like I did yesterday. Is my audio okay? My mics are good. You don't like my thumbnail? But what do you not like about AI? Everyone's like, oh, AI, it's so scary. Or it's dumb. Like, what do you not like about it? What turns you off about AI? People that are weird about it just don't normally know anything about it. They just heard somebody say that one time and they're scared. Probably don't realize how much AI is in like everything nowadays. My thumbnail was it was created from a prompt in the Don't Die group that everyone was doing. It was based on a lot of the conversations that I've had with it. It was like the prompt was something like, how would they envision what like the world would be like if um, if I was president of the United States, or I guess wherever, because people were doing it from all over the world. But I thought it was interesting. A lot of people had similar like images. As an artist, you don't support the AI art. Well, that's not the kind of art that you do, so what's the difference? You know what I mean? It's not like people are using it to replicate your art. But anybody can draw or paint the same thing. If you're worried about AI and taking away from your art, I don't know. The thing is just, I don't think that's what people are trying to use it for. Maybe, you know, a small amount of people can try to use it for bad things, but that's with anything. Nobody wants to buy AI art, you know what I mean? People are gonna buy your art because you actually did it, you know? If you want to draw me a picture or paint me a picture, I'll use your picture over the thumbnail, but I don't have any money or anything. The AI stuff, like, that's just free, so it's hard to, it's free and quick. You know, it's just, it's not styled after somebody else, you know what I mean? It's not like I was trying to replicate somebody else's style. If I was doing that, I totally understand where you'd be coming from, you know? Yeah, it uses styles from other people. Like, yeah, I'm sure it does. But isn't that what people do anyway? Like, how did you learn how to do your artwork? Didn't you learn styles from other people and then you make your own style? That's literally what AI does too. It's just learning from a bunch of people. It's literally the same thing we do. That's how I've learned to do everything in my life. I try to find the best people at doing those things, and then I learn from them. And then I just do what they do. What is that? So many big loads go through here. Who's to say art belongs to anybody? Yeah, I mean, well, you can. There's original artwork, right? And then there's all different types of copies and replicas that people make. And how you guys doing? Can I ask you a few questions? But if you're trying to make money, I wouldn't recommend being an artist anyway, because that's one of the industries that's like not as good as an investment. You have to put a lot of money into learning and a lot of time if you go to school for art. And then when you become an artist, you don't generally make a lot of money right away, or it's just harder than other industries. So if you're going to do artwork, I wouldn't really, I wouldn't use money as the main motivator. There's Dennis. I see him every day. He didn't see me over here yet, though. I never looked into the stuff he was talking about yesterday. Some kidnapping somebody and draw my own thumbnail. I can't draw. That's why I didn't draw it. If I could draw it, then I would have drawn it myself. But like I said, if you want to draw one, you can draw one and I'll use yours. Draw whatever you want. A picture of me just standing out here talking to somebody or something. I hope my quality isn't messed up. So I've been having issues with my phone this morning. It was acting really weird. Hey, David. I'm also here a little bit earlier than normal. So it might be a little bit of a slow start this morning. A lot of the places don't open up until 10 or 11. Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. Like, if I did generate an image with AI and I was trying to use somebody's style specifically, I would definitely give them credit for that. I wouldn't try to generate an image and then not say who that was supposed to, like, mimic. I understand a small amount of people might do that, but I don't think that's the majority. I don't think people are intending to use it to take other people's work like that. There's a lot of tours going on this morning. People walking around in tour groups. Should have gone into the bar and got a water before I started. I didn't think about it until now. Yeah, I was thinking about going to the slaughterhouse this week, but I twisted my ankle the other day, so I'm trying not to walk around as much. So it's less walking for me to come here than to the slaughterhouse. But coming, probably next week. Probably go there next week. It'll be my second time there. I went there before, and I didn't stream. I just took some quick videos. My shit's blown away. So now I know where to go, what I'm gonna do. I kind of have a little plan. But yeah, you got like 10,000 views in your stream the other day, didn't you? That was awesome. That's a lot of people. August 22nd. All right. Yeah, I can probably do that. August. Yeah, 100,000. That was between everybody, right? Over 100,000. I need to send Mel and Steve a message so I can get on the schedule with everybody. Wow, that was 100,000 over 2 streams. That's awesome. I think I'm just about to break 100,000 views on my whole channel, and it's been like 3 months. Yeah, the previous one was 10K. Nice. Yeah, you alone. That's crazy. Those are some big numbers. People need to see this stuff, and that's really cool that they're actually showing it to people, because you would think like the algorithm would try to put it down. It wouldn't really flip that up into people's feeds, but that's cool. I really like seeing that. It's a little windy. I might have to cut down on some of my stuff here. Yeah, 1,000 subs, right? So was that the difference? You got over 1,000 subs, and then it starts putting it in front of more people. That's what I saw. I think 500 is the first level, and then 1,000. You really can get in front of a lot of other people. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't take too long to get there. $1,100 people at one time. That's crazy. Good morning. Can I ask you a few questions about animals? You got like 2 minutes?
Sure.
All right. Are you okay being in my live stream?
Hi.
Are you okay being in my video?
Sure.
All right, great.
I look a mess. I'm exercising ball.
No, that's fine. It's fine. So how do you feel about animals? You like
I love animals.
love animals?
Yeah. I don't have many because I'm elderly and I got to be careful tripping over them. So.
Yeah, right. So how do you feel about the way that we treat our pets and then the way that we treat our farm animals?
Well, God created all animals. So
Right.
He created them for us to enjoy. You know, some to eat and some for pets, and we should treat them that way. My brother-in-law is a farm.
Right.
But they were created. Everything was created for us to enjoy.
So you think animals are here for us, not with us?
They're for us and with us.
And with us.
They were created in the beginning with Adam and Eve.
Right.
You know, when God, Jehovah is his name, he told them to name all the animals he created, and even with Noah and going on the ark, you know, he wanted them to be spared and to enjoy. Yeah.
Okay, so do you think that those animals that they have their own experience, right? They can be happy, they can be sad.
Right.
Do you think that when we're taking things from them, like milk and eggs and then their life, do you think that we're respecting those animals?
Well, I think so, because that's what they, you know, at one time we weren't allowed to eat meat, you know, the meat from the animal. But yeah, that is, you know, the animals are here for us to, you know, but not abuse them, but yes, we have to eat, you know.
Would you agree that we could just eat plants, though?
Sure. Well, yeah, I love collard greens, cabbage, and all kind of veggies. Yeah.
Do you think
they end up going back to that? We don't know. We don't know what the future looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's animals that we farm. We bring them into existence for our benefit. We take them out for our benefit. We're not really considering them as an animal. We kind of just treat them like a product, right?
Yeah.
So do you think that we have to do that? Like, if we could just eat plants instead, what's really justifying the way that we treat those animals? Like, do you think that there's abuse in that industry, even if we give them a good life, when we're just breeding them and then taking them out for our benefit?
No, I don't like the way they're fed. You know, they are injected to speed growth.
Yeah, right.
That I don't think is fair to produce, quickly.
Yeah.
Because then, of course, not to mention we're eating that too.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I think it's okay for the milk, because even in the Bible, they say, I am one of those things about the Bible.
Yeah, that's fine.
The Bible, they would sacrifice an animal, but they did that in their form of worship to God, the goats.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And then they ate the meat.
So I heard that in the Garden of Eden, like you mentioned earlier, we didn't need animals, right?
No.
They were vegan, right? So they didn't use any animals.
Right.
And I heard something else the other day in the Lord's Prayer.
Yeah.
It says, the Lord's Prayer, right? Can you recite it?
Our Father in heaven, let your kingdom come, let your will be done on earth as it is in heaven, meaning that things be done. We know there's peace in heaven, so we're praying for peace on earth.
Right.
In the name of His Son, Christ Jesus. Forgive us our sins.
So when you think about that, they're saying about do on earth as it's done in heaven. Do you think that in heaven we would eat animals? Or do you think that would be vegan-like?
The earth is created. The earth is our home. And again, when God created the earth, He created for us to live forever and never die on it. So therefore, this is our home. Heaven is God's home. The earth is His footstool. So it's going to come a time where all this justice, everything will be done away with. And more than likely, we won't be eating meat. We'll be eating veggies and fruits.
Yeah.
In paradise, it'll be in perfect condition. Everything, we won't be eating meat.
So you think that
I don't believe.
He's telling us that maybe we should start doing that now if we have those options, right? You're saying that if we treat them better in their life and we're not force feeding them, and that might be better than if we're respecting them and give them a better place to live. Yeah. But then if we have that third option of just eating plants and leaving the animals alone completely, do you think maybe that's the best option?
Well, it probably is, but like I said, as I mentioned, until God step in, Jehovah Jesus Christ, and fix everything, this is a kind of form of our survival. Maybe eating meat. Some people don't eat meat. Some people, and it is recommended to eat less meat and more veggies,
right?
Fruits.
Yeah, for your health too. So there's many a bunch of different reasons, right? Yeah. So like the main reason, if you're looking at it from the perspective of the animal, the main reason is to respect that animal's life, that individual animal, because each individual animal has their own experiences, and that the one thing that means the most to that animal is their life, and ultimately we're taking that from them. Even in the dairy industry, do you know how they get the milk from the cows?
Well, not really. Although my brother-in-law is a farmer in Florida, and he has cows, but his aren't dairy cows, though. His aren't milk. You know what I mean? Difference.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But again, someone's waiting on me. But again, as I mentioned, there will be no justice until Jehovah Jesus Christ step in and fix all of our problems.
Sure.
Whether it be abuse for humans, whether it be abuse for animals, there's injustice all over the world, and all we can do, like you said in the prayer, pray for God's kingdom to come to fix all the problems. Yeah.
So I don't think we have to wait, though. I think that if we're waiting and we're still supporting those industries, if we're giving them our money, then they're going to be killing more animals and breeding them and taking them out for us and for you if you're giving them your money. So if you could stop right now and just live vegan and stop giving them your money, then you'll stop being responsible for those animals, being killed.
So I can tell you for animal rights.
Yeah. Could I just share a little bit of information with you? If you want to take this, it's got a little information on the back, and if you want to live vegan, you can send them a message here on the bottom, and they'll send you a whole starter kit, recipes. You can talk to somebody.
For my age, I was worried my doctor was nutritionist.
Yeah.
But I don't go back, so I'm sure that it needs to be one of them. I'll have to live with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's coming up in a couple of days. So.
Yeah, so there's three big benefits for being vegan. If you want to respect all animals, then you stop being a hypocrite, because we want to love and respect animals, but then when we're paying for them to be killed, it doesn't align. And then you get the health bonus too when you're eating the whole foods and the plant, and you're reducing the animal products. You get that health bonus, and then finally, it's the best thing that you can do for the environment and the planet as an individual. It'll reduce your carbon footprint by 75%. So if you care about the planet and you care about yourself and you care about the animals, then I think it's the best thing for all of us to do. And you can start doing it right now.
Okay. Well, thank you for the information. And like I said, my information I'm sharing with you is from the Bible.
Yeah.
That God is God, and His Son Jesus Christ is going to fix everything. That's our only hope for the future.
Right.
Only hope, and that's what I look forward to.
Yeah, sure.
Perfect living conditions, perfect air, that we breathe water, everything.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, and that's a big thing down in North Carolina recently. They were taking some of the farms that were farming the animals. They had so much waste and poop from the animals.
Going in the ocean.
They were actually spraying it up into the air, and it was going on to people's like houses and like the next town over. It was like covering their yards and stuff.
Yeah, well, Florida, it was running off into the ocean.
Yeah.
You know,
And that's
and their water, their sewage system was getting waste. You know, that's
it's just gonna kill all the fish and all the life in the ocean. And yeah, it's really crazy what we do sometimes.
Yeah, it is. But you know, like I said, Jehovah will fix it. Very simple.
Yeah.
Man is going in church. He's going to bring to them Revelation 11:18. He's going to bring to them those.
Right.
Okay.
Maybe we'll have to wait for that for the whole world to change, but you can change individually yourself.
Okay.
So
Thank you. What's your name?
thank you. I'm Jake.
Pleased to meet you, Jake.
If you want to take a picture of my folder here real quick before you go, you can see my channel. That's my name, and you can watch back our conversation and see other channels.
Jake.
And if you get this in your picture too, the one on the bottom here is about religion and living vegan. So you might really want to check that one out, Christspiracy.
Okay. Got it, Jake.
All right.
Thanks for the information.
Yeah, thank you. It's nice meeting you.
Fine. Thank you, too.
See, that lady was trying to use her religion for good. Unlike that guy I talked to the other day that was just telling me that I was interpreting it wrong. And she started out saying the same thing, that we can use animals for whatever we want. But then by the end, she was like, you know what? Maybe we can treat animals better. Hi, Roya. Ooh, that was a long meeting. I used to have a rule where we tried not to have any meetings over like 20, 30 minutes. How many people were in your meeting? Chip had a great first stream. Hi, Chip. I see you in here, Chip. Thanks for being here. Good morning. Could I ask you guys a few questions? Sun's freaking gone. The sun's getting me already. I just got here. She's got a bag from a national park. That guy had a hat with mountains on it. Everybody loves nature. I was thinking more about other animals, like more wild animals and insects, kind of like what Humane Hancock was talking about. But I was thinking about that a little bit more this morning. And from what I was looking at, it looks like honeybees are one of the most affected animals on the planet. Honeybees, and then like silkworms. And it's not only in the wild, but they're also farmed. And then like mealworms and crickets. A lot of them, we displace them mainly because we're growing crops and growing animals. Can I ask you guys a few questions? I don't know what the number is of the honeybees, but it's way more than I thought. But all that stuff's kind of interesting. But the easiest way to help all that is just to live vegan. Hopefully I get a couple good conversations here. One or two more before I move. Good morning, can I ask you guys a few questions? From Texas. Or just been to Texas. And she's got an elephant on her shirt. Everybody thinks that they love animals. AI though. How do the rest of you guys feel about my thumbnail? You guys don't like my thumbnail because it's AI generated? It's just generated off of my conversations that I've had with it. It's not specifically anyone's style. But like I said earlier, if somebody wants to draw me a picture or something, I'll use that instead. It was just a picture I already had generated. I didn't even generate it before the thumbnail. There's a local story going around in my town. A lady got arrested and charged with animal cruelty. And the headline basically said that she tortured her donkey. When I was reading it, it seemed like she was selling it, I guess. She was trying to get somebody was adopting it from her. And somebody went and picked him up, and he was in horrible shape. took it to the vet, and the vet put him down the day after they adopted him. And yeah, they charged her with torturing the donkey. And one of the craziest parts about the story is that she owns a daycare and watches a bunch of kids. So it's really crazy. She had a couple horses and stuff too. He's got some tools in his hand, like he's at work. Going to work.
She wanted to kill him.
That guy almost got hit by that car in the crosswalk. Now he's like waiting for her to go by before he goes to the other crosswalk. I would have done the same thing. I almost got hit by a van right here one day. The guy was going right through the crosswalk and was not looking at all. Like he was looking out the window. And I stopped, and then he looked up at the last second and he slammed on the brakes and he stopped. But I was about to like dive out of the way. How you doing, ma'am? Can I ask you a few questions? Good morning, ma'am. Can I ask you a few questions? I know the first lady heard me. She just ignored me. Yeah, you always got to pay attention because people are really nice in this town, and they 99% of the time they'll stop, even if you're not crossing the street, even if you're just standing close to the edge. But you always got to pay attention. In my town, though, probably 85% of the time they'll try to hit you. What's up, boss man? The spider webs are insane. Yeah, I was just talking about silkworms that they use in different industries. They try to produce them as much as they can, right? They mass produce them and then they boil them alive. Or they take the thread from them faster than they can keep up with the production. So it like dehydrates them and they die. So definitely don't buy silk if you want to stay away from that. If you don't want to support that industry. I probably should move. I'm getting in the sun here. Mm-hmm. He's probably too young. I saw these people earlier, and I would like to talk to them if they walk by. but they're slowly coming around. Why did that guy walk over there to be outside of my video? Some people do that. They like will walk in the road to stay out of my video. How are you guys doing this morning? Can I ask you a few questions? What is the thought about it? There's 3 big trucks in the circle right now, taking up like the whole circle. It's crazy. And there's another one over there too. So many large trucks come through here. They come. Good morning. Can I ask you guys a few questions? I like your shirt. Sharks. Good morning. Can I ask you guys a few questions? Cheeseburger in paradise. The back of his shirt is a chick in a bikini holding a cheeseburger up, taking a bite out of it. He's not playing any music today. Normally he's bumping some music. How you guys doing today? Can I ask you a few questions? Oh, as I throw this. All right, I'm gonna move. It's too hot to be in the sun. Yesterday there was a lot of kids. I was able to give out a lot of stickers to some kids. I think a little bit. Maybe I'll try to do that once I get over there. Try and pass out some stickers. How's everybody doing today? Did you guys see the stream yesterday? My dad was here and he was talking about his duck that he used to have, special duck that used to follow him around. And then I think he kind of convinced himself to just go vegan. And then he challenged you guys, if you're in the chat and you're not vegan, start right now with my dad. See how it goes. And you don't need to just try it, you need to just do it, because it's not hard. Once you start doing it, you'll probably be happy that you're doing it. Probably wish you started earlier. So that's the Dave Wills house right there. This is one of the biggest attractions in Gettysburg. This is the house that Abraham Lincoln stayed in the night before he gave the Gettysburg Address, where he said all men are created equal. So basically it looks exactly the same, which is cool. But the ground's a little uneven here. Good morning. And then right here, by the first window, the second window, the first window. Yeah, the first window. It's right here. That's my grandfather. Dave Will's house. So it's cool. There's all these names on all these bricks. And then this is the statue. Everybody comes to see this statue. But I don't stand over here because this trash can stinks. And the sun goes away. The beef jerky place is probably open. Maybe they don't open till 11. Maybe I'll go over there at some point. You prefer human created things? Well, in the future, everything's going to be created by AI and humans combined. So whether you like it or not, I think it's inevitable. Let's see here. Let me get the camera kind of set up good. I should have the background. Maybe like this. Seems non-vegans don't know what that word means. What are you talking about? A vegan birthday cake? Nice. Yeah, exploitation. Yeah, they have no clue. It's just like thinking that you can respect animals, eat them. Like, that's insane. Yeah, maybe at one point you respected them for that day, but come their final day, there's no respect there. Watch Dominion and see the freaking horrors. That's what you're paying for. These people just came and are standing right by my video edits. How's the lighting? Is that like too dark? Probably because I got my sunglasses on. So when AI is sentient, then you won't have a problem with it? Yeah, check this out. You guys might be closer to this than me. Thrive Alive Vegan Fest. Timberlake's Retreat, September 18th. Live music, 4 days. All right, hopefully I can get some good conversations over here. You should take your corn dog stand to the Vegan Fest. Vegan corn dogs. There's a vegan hot dog stand at Veg Fest I went to a couple months ago, or last month. And I didn't get a hot dog because I ended up getting something else. How you doing, ma'am? Can I ask you a few questions? My dad and my brother got the dogs, though, and they did not like them. They said they were really bad. I don't know what kind of plant-based dogs they were, but they were disappointed. He said that I made better hot dogs at the house. And they were like, I just got like the Smart Life ones. There's some kids. They would probably take some stickers. Let me make sure I got the stickers out. I think I'm this way. Oh shit, do I not have any more stickers for kids? Did I give them all out yesterday? I have these other ones. Here comes this lady again, ignoring me. How you doing, ma'am? Can I ask you a few questions? This person is from Illinois in this truck. I always like to look at the license plates, see where everybody's coming from. Gonna put some suntan on. So I'm definitely not in the shade over here as much as I. It's not that shady. Oh yeah. How you doing, sir? Happy cow. How you doing? How you guys doing? You like animals? Can I ask you a few questions? You guys want a sticker?
I like the kitty cat.
Yeah, you can take that if you want. You want one of these stickers too? I'll give you one of these. Do you like tigers?
I like bunnies.
The bunny? You want the bunny one? I like bunnies too. There you go. All right. Oh, big girl's here. Big girl, your name is Anton, right? I can show you. Can I show you the one she took? No, they're different. It was a bunny, and it said something like we shouldn't use bunnies for experiments or something like that. But yeah, check some of these out. Don't make me a fashion victim. And speciesism. Don't be a woolly bully. Adopt. Meat is murder. I had some other ones that are more for kids, but I gave them out. It's just a sad pig. Speciesism. This one's got a fish on it. For friends, not food. Animals are ours. Are not ours to experiment on, eat, wear, or use for entertainment, or abuse in any way. Let dogs live inside. Circuses are no fun for animals. No to fur. Yeah, so they're nice. How you doing, man?
Alrighty.
It's good to see you again. Talked to him before. He looked like he was in a rush, though. I probably would have tried to talk to him again.
Yeah, that's crazy.
How you guys doing?
Doing good.
You guys like animals?
Nothing.
No? Bunny meat is pretty good. They're also great pets. Would you eat a dog? Dennis is back with his dog. I didn't know he had a dog. Hopefully he comes over here. You guys can be Dennis's dog. And he lost his shirt. Now he's shirtless. Pigs make great pets. You got the room. I mean, a cow would make a great pet too. You know, a companion. You take care of them. There's definitely more to them than just treating them like crap, taking everything from them. Oh my God, this dog's so cute. How you guys doing? You like animals? Can I ask you a few questions? Yeah, he just said you don't like animals.
That's
Hi. Oh my goodness.
Everybody does.
You're so cute.
Cut the hay.
Hi.
Say hi to TJ Jackson.
Oh, you're so pretty.
So, did everybody look up Gordon Cooper, the president of Grenada, and the address to the United Nations? You did that, you did good.
I was going to last night. I didn't get a chance to yet,
All right, Jay.
but
Dude.
I will. I want to check it out. I'll probably check it out tomorrow.
Care
Yeah,
about animals?
yeah.
Gordon Cooper was the original Marine astronaut. They know what's going on. If they want to stop
Yeah,
animals,
Gordon Cooper.
yes,
Yeah,
Gordon Cooper. He sent a packet of detailed information to the president of Grenada.
Right. The
That's-
president of Grenada.
That is why Clint Eastwood. That's why.
That's why.
That's okay. This is critically important.
Oh my goodness.
Because when you look at the commercial of the Indian that was banned with the trash back in the 70s, and then you look at what Gordon Cooper was trying to accomplish when he gave all of his information to the president of Grenada to present to the United Nations. Now, if you follow that train of thought, you'll recognize how you can get rid of animal cruelty real quick. Okay? Look it up, brother.
Yeah.
Gordon Cooper.
Yeah, I will.
And take it easy. Gus Grissom.
Gus Grissom. Yeah. Okay.
Gus Grissom, those 3 astronauts tried in a Saturn rocket. Like, that's enough. Okay?
Smell all the doggies.
Those 3 astronauts died or were killed in that rocket. Okay? Look at the old NASA program and then look at the turtle. 13 months, 28 days a month. That leaves 1 day for voting or fasting or whatever you want to do. That denotes Venus. That's the power of women. That's why when I lock us all in a closet, they all start cycling together. Am I right?
Sure. Yeah.
You put
Right.
women in a closed environment for a long enough time, they will eventually cycle together.
Yeah, I've heard that before too.
That is the power of the cosmos. So please look up the old Marines, which will take you down to Florida, which will take you to Jack Parsons and L. Ron Hubbard and Walt Disney out in California back in the Sharon Tate days. You know who Sharon Tate was? Elder Skelter?
Yeah.
Okay, so tie that satanic shit along with the United States Marines and the space program. Okay?
Yeah.
Thanks, dude.
Thank you. Bye. You doggy. All right, so you guys got that? That's your homework. The dog's the smartest thing here. You're funny, bro. Yeah, look into some of the stuff he was talking about, because definitely, how you guys doing? You like animals? Can I ask you a few questions?
Thank you.
And he left me a feather. He put this here? He always leaves a feather. Not only are pigs smarter than dogs, but I think our DNA is more closely related to a pig than a dog too. Which is kind of weird. Thanks for being here, everybody. Like and subscribe if you're new here. 17 likes, almost to 20. 3 more likes to 20. Seen a lot of feed trucks go by. Hey, Neil. How you doing? I don't know what they were talking about there. Thanks for talking about. Just respect animals. It's not that hard. Stop making up excuses to treat them like crap. Really crazy. How you doing? Can I ask you a few questions again? I know. I can't ask you again? You got an animal on your shirt.
Well, I can. Yeah,
She's one of the old ladies that she's never going to change. She got a camel on her shirt for hump day. She just loves pressing animals.
I think.
National Chicken Wing Day. Did you have vegan chicken wings? I had these jackfruit meatballs. I made some like pasta yesterday. I don't normally make pasta very often. It's the first time I tried those meatballs. They were really good. Jack and Annie's brand. They just started carrying those products at my grocery store. They have like a shaved steak. They have chicken nuggets, the meatballs, and I think there's one more thing. I forget what it is though. But it's all made from jackfruit, no animals. So it's not a fully vegan company. They do make some breakfast sandwiches, I think, that have cheese on them. But they don't sell them at my grocery store. I looked it up online. So I was wondering if they had other products. And they're just vegetarian, so I was kind of disappointed in that, but
Yeah, that'd be great.
vegan chicken wings sound horrible. Have you ever tried them? You know when you're eating chicken and you like get something that's not chicken, like you bite a bone or you bite like some like ligaments or tendons, whatever the hell is still in there that's like not meat. You don't ever have that problem with plant-based chicken. It's such a cleaner product depending on where you get it. Way better for you. Looks like the tap room is opening. If you want chicken wings and meatballs, just eat them. Well, what is it? I mean, I don't want them. That's why I don't eat them. I don't know what you're talking about. You can make a meatball out of a lot of different things. You don't have to make a meatball out of an animal. I mean, maybe you want to call it something different, I guess. Call it something different, but like a jackfruit ball, whatever. It tastes way better than an animal meatball. How you guys doing? You like animals? Can I ask you a few questions? Couldn't really see that girl's tattoos. The damn trucks are so loud. So, if you guys were watching yesterday, I walked over to the college. I didn't realize that it was that close, but I knew it was over that direction. And I would like to go there one day and talk to younger people directly. Because when I'm here, it's going to be mainly older people in their 50s, I think is the average age. But if I go to the college, I'll be able to talk to a lot of younger people. But I have to figure out where I could actually set up over there. And it's a little bit farther, so maybe I can do it next week. Maybe I should wait a couple of weeks and let my ankle heal better. Big ass truck just says eggs. Hillendale Farms. Eggs. How you guys doing? Do you like animals?
It's a, we do. We have animals.
Can I just share something with you? Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, thank you.
How you doing, ma'am? Can I ask you a few questions? Your meter, yeah. Just trying to get back to your car. So I gave the flyer to that lady, and she was like, "Oh, okay." She was like, seemed intrigued by it. She's folding it up and putting it in his pack. So that's cool. Hopefully they check it out. It's got some numbers on the back. If you want a starter kit, just text "Go Vegan" to 73822. And they'll send you a free starter kit. Go Vegan to 73822. Check out veganuary.com, challenge 22, 10 weeks to vegan, I think is the other one. Yeah, 10 weeks to vegan. Check that out. That's a really good one. Yeah, hummus is great. Carrots. Yeah, like we call peanut butter, but it's not the same as butter, right? And then we call like coconut milk. Like, what's the liquid inside of a coconut? You call it coconut milk, but that's not milk. It's not milk from a cow or an animal. Yeah, Tessa, I completely agree. People literally brag about it. They're happy about it. Like, it makes you look like you're insane. And then if you try to use your religion to justify it, that makes your religion look dumb. And I don't think it makes you look any better. How you doing? Can I share some information with you? Yeah, I think I did give her something. She's got it in her hand. She's walking back this way. There's a lot of people in this car.
I got the coast of Victoria too.
Can't see the license plates. I'm wondering where these people are from.
Okay.
Bye bye. Oh yeah.
You got a minute to talk again?
Not right now.
All right. You guys like animals? You want a sticker? Here's some stickers. You can have one of them if you want.
I'm getting this one.
Yeah, cool.
Like that.
You want a sticker? This one's got like a dog on it. This one's got a little cow on it. Hey, you're welcome. Here, if you guys want something more for the adults too, you guys want that. Yeah, thank you. Oh yeah, I got these jerky too. Let's see, Texas barbecue. Maybe I'll give them that. I don't know. I need to give it to some people I have good conversations with. Time 11:25. I will. Battery's doing good today. How you guys doing? You like animals?
Oh, I'm gonna get some lunch. Thank you.
Going to get lunch. Wonder where they're going. Should have told them to go down to Food 101. They're open today. I didn't want to ask them because they're with a big group of the family there. I didn't want to keep them. I think it's better when it's like 6 people, 7 people like that. Probably better just to like give them some information and then they can go talk about it together. What do you think? This is a steakhouse with a cow statue. How you guys doing? Can I ask you a few questions?
Flowers, books.
Can I just share some information with you at least? No. All right. Thanks. Have a good day. See, at least he was just like, no thanks. And he didn't even say he was in a rush. He just said, we're walking. Like, okay, that's a good excuse. You can literally say anything as long as you're like respectful about it. That's what I mean. I expect people to just be nice. It's kind of shitty when you talk to people on the street and they're like shitty to you for no reason. I'm not trying to be shitty to people. So yeah, the Raising Cane's. Do you guys know about Raising Cane's? The chicken place, Raising Cane's. You know why it's called Raising Cane's? And have you ever been inside one? They have like a statue of the dog it was the guy that started Raising Cane's. He named it after his dog. And a lot of them have the statue of his dog in the restaurant. So he loved that animal so much that he started a business, named it after him, put statues of him in the businesses, but then kills all the chickens. Can I ask you a few questions? He looked at me like side-eye, like I was gonna do something sketchy. That was kind of funny. But I thought about that, and I was just like, how disconnected do you have to be to treat one animal so nice and then treat a chicken so horrible? Because you know that they just get their chickens from factory farms and as cheap as possible. They're one of the big industries that's making sure that we kill as many animals as we can, as efficiently as we can, and it's insane. Yeah, exactly. You loved animals so much, you went and killed other animals. You want a sticker?
I already got one yesterday.
Oh, okay, cool. I thought you looked familiar. You got one yesterday. I should have given him a piece of jerky and just told him you can get everything from plants. You don't need to eat animals. Is it okay for me to do that to a younger kid? Like, I'm not actually talking to him, just like give him a piece of jerky. I don't know. Or is that against YouTube's rules? And also, why are kids like that just walking around town by themselves? That's so weird to me. He's older than some other kids I've seen. Like, I've seen even younger kids than him running around here all by themselves. Makes no sense. How you guys doing? I didn't ask him already, did I? I thought I did. That's why I hesitated. I thought what she had in her hand was one of my flyers, but I don't think it was. I think it was actually something else. Thanks for being here, everybody. One more like to 20. If you haven't liked yet, please hit the like button. Next week, I'm going to probably go to the slaughterhouse, the turkey slaughterhouse. They process like 8,000 turkeys a day. And they're definitely not going to like me there because it's the same turkey slaughterhouse that PETA did a undercover investigation like last year. So it's still really relevant. That's why when I went there the first time, I just walked by, they started following me. I just walked down the street and I had my phone. I was recording myself, talking into my phone, just walking down the street. And I did look over at the facility, like with my phone. I went like this, and I looked back over and was walking down the street, and a white truck came out and followed me as I walked down the street. He followed me down the street and parked at the corner and watched me So I'm definitely going to go back. I have some cool equipment I can use too. I have a little drone. I'm going to fly around. I can get some pictures and some videos from above them. I can fly up and see what's in the bins. There was all these vultures. There was probably 50 vultures around the property, covering the dumpsters, all out on the ground around the dumpsters. It's gross. And when there's like 20 vultures standing on the edge of the dumpster, you know, like there's some nasty stuff in there. Get tallow fries. Oh my God. Like, get some extra animal fats. I saw somebody talking about how we need heme iron from animals. How you doing, ma'am? Can I ask you a few questions? You definitely need heme iron from animals. And there's actually negative effects from heme iron from animals. How you doing, sir? Can I ask you a few questions? Maybe I can say, can I ask you a few questions and I'll give you a piece of jerky? Maybe we'll stop that. Thanks for being here, everybody. There's not many people in here now. I need to get some interviews going on. This guy has a peacock on his leg. How's it going? What's on your leg, if you don't mind me asking? He said, I'm not sticking around in this heat. I just wanted to know what was on his leg. It looked like a bird or something. I don't know. Some type of animal, I thought. How you ladies doing? Do you like animals? Oh, these people again. These people taking 3 hours to walk around the circle. They have 2 minutes to talk to me.
It probably does. But anybody looks like it was open?
You guys like animals? Can I ask you a few questions real quick?
No, thanks. Thank you.
Can I just share something with you? No. You don't have enough hands? What did she do with her hands? She was like, she went like this with her hands, like, like my hands are full. I can't take it.
Chairs, you go to the drawing ground.
Yeah, right? Yeah. How you guys doing? Can I just share something with you? I know you guys are on a rush. Thanks. It's always the younger people that are like, I'll listen to you for a second. They're on the tour. I don't want to really disrupt them. But yeah, if I could slip him something like that, then he'll go check it out. And like yesterday, I talked to a I guess it was a father and his daughter, And I was talking to the father, and he was like not about it. And then they went and got coffee and came back, and I asked her, because I could see her coffee cup, and it was obviously there was milk in it because it was like it's light. I asked her, I said, "Is there milk in there?" And she said, "I got oat milk." And I like gave her a thumbs up. So I didn't even talk to her. I was talking to him, and she was just thinking like what her dad was saying. She probably didn't really agree with. She was trying to justify abusing animals, you know. So I think it kind of clicked in her head, and she went in there and she got the oat milk instead of the regular milk. So same thing with that younger guy taking that. I gave him one of the milk ones. Maybe next time he go gets a coffee, he'll put different milk in there. Milk's for baby cows, not you. It's got a cute cow in there. Some pictures that you probably don't want to see. Cow covered in poop. Shows a lot of different products, which is kind of cool. So when you go to the store, you kind of know what to look for. Unfortunately, some of those products really suck, in my opinion. Some of them are not really that good for your health.
Oh, okay.
Can I ask you guys a few questions?
No, thank you.
But it's got the starter kit, free recipes. If you wanna live vegan, text vegan to 73822. And they'll give you a whole free kit. No wind. I have my tablet. Maybe I'll start playing footage, just showing people. Nice, yeah, Tessie. You said you had some stuff from PETA too, so you probably have a lot of the similar stuff I got. It's cool stuff. Yeah, veganism, you're right. We have to eliminate speciesism. That's like the root cause of all the isms. All the injustices, they all stem from speciesism. How you doing, sir? Can I ask you a few questions? Here's some more feed trucks. My ankle's starting to hurt from standing so long. I got up this morning and walked to the bus, and my ankle didn't hurt. Can I ask you guys a few questions? I was really surprised. I thought it was going to hurt more this morning, but I got home yesterday and took it easy, and I think that helped a lot. You too. I can just share something with you if you want. Just take it. Wait, now I can see. Now it's going too fast. Damn it, I couldn't see what it was anyway. I don't know if it's a peacock or what. It kind of looked like a peacock. I bet he works at the tattoo shop. There's a tattoo shop right there next to the restaurant. Yeah, you ever thought about bringing my dog? I actually had a long discussion with her this morning about it. I wish I could bring her, but I don't. I ride a bus out here, and I can't take her on the bus. But I would. She would. I don't know if she would like it. She would be okay for a little while, but I think she would get antsy. She likes to walk around. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
But this weekend, actually, so I'm trying to get all the plans straightened out, but I don't have any dogs this weekend, so I might stay in Gettysburg this weekend, and I'm gonna see if I can bring her out here either Friday or Saturday. I might come out here Friday or Saturday, and I might stream here on Saturday with her for a little while. And there's a lot of people that come through here on the weekends, so it'll definitely be a lot more interactions. But yeah, I probably wouldn't be able to last this long. But if I'm staying out here, I can come back. I could maybe do one in the morning and then do another one later in the afternoon or something like that. How you guys doing? Can I ask you a few questions?
I do. Please.
Oh, okay.
You are really wrong.
Yeah. Have a good day. Should I already asked them when I was on the other side, but I don't know if I actually talked to them. Can't remember. Oh, check out this old car. Oh, I missed it. Okay. It's kind of cool. Thanks for being here. Thanks for liking the live, everybody. Looks like there's not as many people in here as there was in the last couple streams. I need to do some interviews or something, I think. Some more people going. Can I ask you a few questions?
Oh, no, thank you.
How you guys doing? Can I ask you a few questions? Can I ask you guys a few questions about animals? I think I might have asked these guys already. Armored truck is here. Oh shit. How you doing? Can I ask you a few questions?
I would love to, but like I'm in a rush.
Okay. Maybe another time. So that was nice. He said I would love to, but he doesn't have the time. It's so easy to be nice to people. And animals. It's really easy to be nice to animals. It's not that hard. Problem is they make it really easy to not be nice to animals. Really, it's way too easy to not be nice to animals. It's really sad. There's not too many people in the stream. Is everybody here vegan? Is anybody here that's trying to be vegan or interested? How you doing, sir? I think I talked before. Can't tell if my chat froze or nobody's chatting. It's probably because of the heat today. There's less people out. Seems like traffic's a little slower than normal. I see you. Now she's got the money. There's only one person in that armored truck. Don't they normally have two people? The egg truck is back. So the lady I talked to earlier said she had a farm. She said that they had meat cows. Those cows only live to like 2 or 3 years old normally. Like a tenth of their life. No, I haven't had any good conversations, so I was able to pass out a little bit of information. But I think the traffic's slower today because of the heat. It's pretty hot. The sun's out. It's not shady at all. Cloudy. But kind of like yesterday, I gave out a decent amount of information. Gave out some stickers to some younger kids, some stuff to the adults. So hopefully that'll get some people thinking. How you doing? Can I ask you a few questions? Ooh. You guys like animals?
What does that mean?
We're good. Like I'm trying to sell them something. Yeah. So what did you think about Haz's stream yesterday, talking to people about the different experiments on dogs? Pretty crazy, huh? We literally do the worst things that you can imagine. So he was talking about shaving the fur off, burning the dog directly on their skin, just to see how they heal. I haven't tried many of the plant-based tunas, but there's like plant-based tunas that you can get that are out there. You guys like animals? No thanks. Yikes. I feel sorry for that little girl. How you doing, ma'am? Can I ask you a few questions? You know, when they're catching the tuna and things like that, they catch a lot more than just the tuna. So even if you were okay killing some fish for you to eat them, you do realize that they catch and kill a lot of other things completely unnecessarily. You're a zombie in the morning? You can't function until you get your coffee, like a lot of people? I was going to a coffee shop this morning on my way to the bus, and I forgot they were closed on Wednesdays. And I get my days mixed up all the time. And I was so excited to go there and get my coffee this morning, and I got there and they were closed, and I was so upset about it. But there's another one I could go to, so I just went over there. But I don't like that one as much. Oh, he looks like he's on the phone. He was standing over there on the phone with somebody earlier. This guy had headphones in and was talking, it looked like. I guess it looked like he was on the phone with somebody. But here come a few people, I'm going to ask them. How you guys doing?
Wonderful.
Do you like animals? Can I ask you a few questions? Man, that bike was cool. I don't know if you guys saw that green electric bike. Oh yeah, maybe not. He just came from over there, went around. It kind of looked like a Harley almost, but it was electric bike. People pulling out in front of a big truck. Yikes. It's scary. I think I talked to these people already. Maybe not. No, they just got out of that truck. That's why I recognize them. Yeah, I did ask him when he was standing here. How you doing? Can I ask you a few questions?
Sorry, I'm on my way to lunch.
She's just on her lunch break. Well, I hope she doesn't choose to oppress animals while she's eating. Yeah, Roya. Same. I have definitely gotten into a couple of conversations about it. I thought the same thing. I was like, I don't know, like, but a lot of those people should be if you're focused on your health, you should already be reducing the amount of animal products that you're eating. And like, I went down that path of getting the pasture-raised chicken, the pasture-raised beef. Like, I went and I met the chickens. I met the lady that runs the farm. She does everything herself. But I don't have the money to pay for that. It's super expensive. It's like 5 times more to get that kind of meat, ethically raised, humanely treated during their life. But that's worse for the environment. It's not any better for the animals. So it's a really selfish way of looking at things. How you doing, sir? I've talked to him a few times, I think. So that's why that's like the path I went down when I was focusing more on my health. The more that I learn about what I'm eating, the less I wanted to eat animal products. And then once you realize what we're actually doing to these animals and the scale that everybody thinks that they're getting meat from an ethical farm, and everybody's wrong. It's like well over 90% of all the animals are factory farmed. There used to be like, I don't remember exactly. I'm just going to throw some random numbers out there, but it was like, there was over 100,000 farms. I don't know if they were talking about chickens. Pigs. It was pigs. This was in Jeremy's stream the other day. They were talking about the pigs, and it was like something like over 100,000 pig farms throughout the whole country, and they've consolidated them. These big corporations have just come in and bought up all the little farms and consolidated them together, and it went from like 100,000 farms to like 10 or 20,000 farms in the whole country, and it's more animals than ever in a fraction of the farms. They're just massive factory farms. It's really, really, really crazy. And every time you go out to eat, you don't know where those places are getting their animals. How you doing? Can I ask you a few questions?
Say again?
Do you have a few minutes? Could I ask you a few questions?
I know I'm on my way to work.
Oh, okay.
I want to take this chicken carpet. Can I take the chicken carpet?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you. Smart move with the umbrella. Is that the first person I've seen today with an umbrella? Look, I got mine too. How you doing, sir? Can I ask you a few questions?
I'm working. So,
all right.
Thank you.
Yeah, have a good day. Super nice, super respectful. Most people are. So if you're royal, if you're thinking about actually going out on the street and talking to people, or even doing it online, it might be harder online because people are mean. People are more mean online than if you're face to face. If you're actually talking to people face to face, most people are going to try to be nice. Most conversations are pretty good. I don't know if most people are open-minded, but most people will maybe entertain it for a minute or two. But how you doing today?
Good.
Good. Yeah, it is. Yeah, exactly. Most people say they're against factory farms, but 99% of animals are factory farmed. So if you gave up factory farm animals, then you would just be plant-based. Very well said. There's really no excuse for it. I've seen an ad on YouTube about some company where they're really talking up about how sustainable it is and how they're treated so nice. But it's all just marketing. They just show you what they want to show you, tell you what you want to hear to make you buy those products. But they don't tell you that it's way worse for the planet. It takes up way more space. And when they're in the slaughterhouse, it's no different than any other animal in there. And if you don't send your animals to a slaughterhouse and they just go to the butcher, it's the same thing. You're just calling it something else so to make yourself feel better. It's really crazy. I've talked to so many farmers and they're like, we don't send our animals to a slaughterhouse. What are you, crazy? They just go to the butcher to get slaughtered, right? Like that's the whole point. But people we try to tell ourselves different things to make ourselves feel better about it. Thanks for being here, everybody. Like and subscribe if you're new here. Not too many long conversations today, but I have passed out a decent amount of flyers and stickers and gotten a few people to think. Yeah, exactly. If they get away with exploitation, you can get away with anything. We do like the worst things that we can imagine. Can I ask you a few questions? I was talking to the guy the other day, and I said, "You're taking you're taking a life from an animal unnecessarily." And I said, what can be worse than that? What can be worse to an animal than taking their life for essentially no reason, for an unnecessary reason? And he said, well, you could torture them. You could torture them during their life and then take their life. I said, oh, like in the dairy industry? And he didn't know what to say. You know what happens in the dairy industry, right? He's like, yeah, I know. It's so crazy. And even if you're not torturing them during their life, when you're killing them unnecessarily at the end of their life, when you say it's the end of their life, it's not actually the end of their life. It's not anywhere close to what would be the end of their life. It's just, it's money and it's numbers that run the world. Everything is just a formula. Are there animal products in there? She said no, but she had that smile on her face. How you guys doing? Can I ask a few questions?
What's that?
Are we okay being in my video?
What's that?
Can I ask you a few questions? It's just about animals.
Oh, what about animals?
So, I've been thinking more about the different way we treat animals. So, like, the way we treat our pets, and then the way that we treat farm animals. Like, why do you think we do that?
Well, I think it's wrong. You're talking to one of the biggest advocates of how they mistreat government-run farms.
Yeah, government-run farms. I mean, do you think that on the smaller farms, they treat the animals better?
I would like to think so, maybe on some of them.
Yeah, I would like to think that too. On some of them, maybe they treat them better during their lives. But if you look at the whole picture, when we breed them into existence for our benefit, and then at the end we take them out for our benefit, we don't really consider them. Do you think that's respectful?
Probably not, but my thought is if they're being raised to be eaten, they need to be humanely treated and humanely put under.
Yeah, put under. Like, so when we have like a pet and they're sick and we have to put them down, you know, we take them to the vet and we have them euthanized.
Right.
But that's not how we treat the farm animals, right? Like, they get forced through a slaughterhouse, and a lot of times they see what's about to happen. They can smell it. Like,
I would like to think on a smaller level that they are humanely put down somehow, however they do that.
Yeah.
But I've watched those documentaries on the government run, and those slaughterhouses are god awful for the animals.
Yeah, so
it's terrible.
Yeah. Were you gonna say something?
They get kicked and everything else and shoved in
So
small areas. And
they
Yeah.
get slaughtered alive.
Yeah. They don't make them unconscious, or they'll try to sometimes, and it doesn't work properly, and they just go through anyway. Like
It's wrong.
it's really crazy.
terrible.
So what would it sounds like you guys are against animal abuse, right?
yes.
And you understand that in those industries, like they kind of rely on that abuse, even if they're treating them good during their life. When we're taking them out at a fraction of their life, I think that's abuse. So have you guys ever thought about living vegan yourselves, or what would stop you guys?
We do a lot of vegan.
Yeah,
And
do a lot of vegan
we
stuff?
do eat a little bit of meat, but
Yeah.
mostly vegetables and stuff we grow around.
Yeah, nice. That's awesome. So what would stop you guys from just removing the animal products completely, and aligning your values with your actions?
I don't know.
I have gone 100% whole food plant-based for long periods of time, and I do try to buy from farms that humanely treat their animals.
Yeah.
That they use for meat. So at
Right,
this
right.
point, that's the best I have to say of
Okay.
what we do. But people should watch the documentaries
Yeah, exactly.
and draw their own conclusions, because I think, as I did once I started watching those documentaries, it made me literally sick to the
Yeah.
very pit of my stomach on not only how the animals are mistreated, but how they're butchered.
Yeah.
Butchered alive.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So
on that note, we gotta run.
okay.
Or we're gonna get
Just
a parking ticket.
one more thing. If here, actually, take a picture of my folder here. There's a lot of resources here. Some of them might be some of the films that you've seen, but some of them down here, like Game Changers, What the Health, will show you more
Watch that one.
about your health.
The Health is one of my favorites. Game Changers is one of my favorites.
Dominion and Pignorance new this year. That'll show you what happens in the pig industry.
Oh, I don't eat no
And
pig. I don't buy.
yeah, that's good.
I eat no pig.
Most people don't know that, but most pigs actually go processed through a gas chamber.
I don't buy any pig meat. Okay.
So thanks a lot. You can take one of these as well.
Give that to somebody. I'm
You already
a
know.
big advocate. Give
Yeah.
that to somebody that could really use it.
Okay, I will.
Thanks
Well,
for what you're doing.
yeah, thank you. Not gonna push them anymore. Hey Dennis, thanks for being here. I wanted to say that I wanted to relate it to like abusing women, but I didn't want to push them too hard. They already seemed like they got it. So maybe hopefully just talking to them a little bit like that will help them make that final step. But if you are like that and you're reducing, it's kind of like still saying it's okay. So you're just doing less of a bad thing. You're not actually, when you reduce, you're not actually doing anything good for those animals that you're still forcing through the slaughterhouse, even if it's just one a month. You can still just eliminate that one a month, and it's even easier if you're already at that point. If you've already eliminated it from your diet, mostly like them, just take that final step. It's super easy. You've already done most of the hard work. India has a 30% or 40% population of India is vegetarians. Imagine if we can get all of them to be vegan. How you doing, ladies? Do you like animals? Nope, they don't like animals. Oh, she says she does, but No thanks. Caught her real quick. She didn't know what she was saying. Thanks, I'm doing the best I can. Cut 15% of global GHGs, open 75% of farmland for forests, save 1,800 gallons of water per pound of beef. Is that the same guy that walked by a couple minutes ago? Yeah, it made her sick, and then she still supports them. I don't know. I mean, that was probably one of my better conversations today. I didn't have many good, longer conversations today. If everyone went vegan, we would be using 75% less resources. Yeah, that's a big reason why I'm vegan too. How you guys doing? Do you like animals? Can I ask you a few questions? Oh yeah, what about these ladies? How you doing, ladies? Can I ask you a few questions about animals?
If it's only a few, actually,
Yeah, just like 2 minutes.
sure.
Are you okay being in my video?
Sure.
Is that all right?
Animals, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. So how do you guys feel about animals? You guys like animals?
I do.
Yeah.
I like animals.
Yeah. So yeah, would you guys say that you're against animal abuse, right?
Yeah.
Try to be. It's very hard in this world. Like, I mostly try not to eat meat, but
Right.
my grandma makes meat sometimes.
Yeah.
And if other people cook meat for me,
Yeah.
I eat it. It's hard figuring out the lines of like what's too much.
Sure.
What's too, like, I try to avoid shrimp so much because I learned about them cutting off the eye stalks so that they can rape each other.
Right. Yeah. They,
So
we do crazy
oh yeah,
things,
they
right?
cut the eye stalks off female shrimps in shrimp farming so that they breed more, so that they just get.
Is this what you were looking for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, so
oh,
like,
yeah,
they
so-
do a lot of crazy things to pigs too, right? Because they keep them so closely confined that sometimes they like bite each other's tails. So to keep that from happening, guess what they do? They cut the tails off and then they clip the teeth out of the pigs. Like, isn't that crazy?
That's terrible.
So yeah, so that's why I'm out here talking to people about living vegan. I thought that, I realized that in all those industries, they have to abuse these animals just to get it done efficiently, right? Like, that's what they say. So
Cost efficiently.
yeah, exactly, because that's all that they see them as is products and money, really. So that's kind of where I draw the line. Is I don't eat any animal products at all. So I just choose something else. So like you said, when your grandmother makes stuff, would you, if it was like a dog, would you eat it then, or would you say like, hey, I'm gonna eat something different?
Sure,
Like,
That's true. I don't think so. But it is like I said, it's hard to figure out where you draw your lines.
yeah. So I mean, what would stop you from taking that final step and just saying, I'm not gonna support any animal exploitation from now on?
I'm happy to class if I can get enough protein
Yeah, protein.
some other way. Because I went like that for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And was lifting and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
So I totally add like whole food back into my diet.
Right. So if I were to help you with some resources, and you could even talk to a nutritionist to make sure that you're getting all the protein and all the nutrition, was there anything else that would stop you from making that choice?
Mine is what I said. I don't want to say I'm waiting for my grandmother to pass away, because that's not a cool
Yeah.
thing to be saying. Yeah. I'm not
Yeah,
waiting
no,
for that.
I get what you mean.
But
I mean, she'd be okay though if you just told her that, you
well,
know,
we've cut
explained
down.
it to
That's
her, like,
something we did this year.
Yeah.
We originally were eating a lot of meat,
Yeah.
and I said that I was not comfortable eating a lot of meat.
Right.
And so we do it like once a week now.
All right. Well,
so
that's
we've already done a step.
right. So that can be better for your health or better for the environment. But when you think about it from the animal's perspective, there's still an animal that has to be exploited for that meal, even if it's once a week instead of like every day. So I relate that sometimes to like any other injustice. Like if you were disrespecting women or disrespecting somebody based on their race, and you were doing it every day, and then you cut back and you were doing it once a week, it wouldn't really be a good thing, right? It would just be like less of a bad thing. Kind of see how that is.
They eat each other though, right? I mean, we are part of the animal kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carnivores eat other animals, and I don't think like the wolves that we're disrespecting whatever it is that they're eating.
Yeah.
They're disrespecting the gazelle. We've got all these brains that make us think that we're better, but in the end, we are part of the food chain.
Okay, so yeah, you're talking about like a lion eating other animals and things like that. But do you think that we should try to be more like a lion in the wild, or do you think we should be more like an adult human that can think about these things and realize that we don't have to just live like off of our instincts like a lion does in the wild?
No, I think the instincts are important, that we should be responsible.
Right, responsible.
To ourselves,
about
responsible.
Right.
You know, it's the same for me as it is for you.
Right. But when you look at it from the animal's perspective, if we can just choose plants instead of exploiting that animal, do you think that maybe you should choose the plants instead? Yeah, but not like an animal.
Well, they
don't have plants talk.
They do. Their root systems.
It's but you would agree that they don't have a brain or a nervous system like animals do. That's
I don't think
it's
I
a
agree
fact.
with that either. I think it's different. I think it's a different system, but
Right,
I
it's
think
different.
that plants are intelligent life forms.
Okay. So even if you were a plant right advocate, do you know what we feed to all the animals?
Oh, I know that this is bad. I know that like
We give
fed cows and that.
well, mainly they're fed plants.
Well, I mean, like if you get that cow disease, that's because they were really being irresponsible in how they were feeding them.
Yeah, there's like 10 or 15% of the cow feed or maybe it's pigs. It's like chicken poop and like the bedding because they got so much of it, they actually feed it to the other animals.
No, that's okay. Yeah.
I actually have to leave because
Okay.
I'm not going to stop thinking.
Oh, yeah. No, that's
Sorry.
okay. That's okay.
But this was great.
Yeah.
You can say goodbye to my friend.
Okay, yeah, thanks. It was nice for you to stop into talking.
Yeah. Have a good day. I'm going to go to the bakery.
Are you done as well?
Yeah. I would just
Okay.
say that my grandma gets grass-fed stuff. So
Yeah, I mean, we think grass-fed, they're out in pasture, but most grass-fed cows, they just cut the grass and bring it inside. So they don't even leave that little area. And then
really
they're
sad.
grass-fed, yeah. Yeah, and then if you do get the pasture-raised ones, it's like 5 times the price as like a cheaper piece of meat. So
yes.
if you, I mean,
So it's all about price.
it's all about money, and they just they tell you there's grass-fed and humanely raised and stuff. It's all just marketing to make you feel better about buying those products.
Well, there's also the fact that if an animal eats the grass, then you get the minerals that are in the grass. But if the animal doesn't eat the grass, then you don't get the minerals, which is the whole reason that we would be eating the animal, to get the minerals, to get the things that we need to function.
Mm-hmm. So plants contain all amino acids at different levels. So you can, if you eat a varying diet of plants, you can get all the nutrients that you need and all the protein, like she was saying too. A lot of the plants that we feed to the animals, it's really inefficient, especially with beef. It's actually like in the worst ratio, it's like 50-1. We put 50 times the energy into a beef cow that we get out of it. So, and it's a lot of it's just plants. It's soy and corn that we could eat ourselves.
Yeah, the ecological side of the meat industry is a huge factor. I totally believe in a total overhaul of the entire system.
Yeah.
I totally believe in total overhaul of standards.
Sure.
I do. I don't believe I can tell other people what to eat and what not to eat.
Well, what do you think for yourself, though? Like, you say you want to respect animals, so how do you justify oppressing that one animal a week, like you said? But you don't really have a justification for it, right?
I don't have a justification beyond I'm not going to tell my grandma that she can't do it once a week and I see her.
But you already said that you're not comfortable eating a lot of animal products, so what's stopping you from just saying I'm not comfortable eating animals? Let's eat plants instead.
I think it's likely that in my lifetime that is what I'm going to do. She's 87.
Yeah, but why do you have to wait for her to change or not change, or you know what I mean? She would be the oldest that I would hear of that it would make a change if she wants to. Because I heard of another guy I saw who was 85 years old, and talked to somebody like me, and he said, I'm going to live vegan from now on.
That's really cool.
So she's not too old to change. So maybe you can...
Like I said, it's already changed. I know that it's not total change, but it's so much less meat than it was that it feels like a large change.
Right. Well, yeah, so you probably already did most of the change. So now it's just like that last little step. So you've already done most of the hard work. So it's just, you're right there. You know what I mean? So I think you can do it. I think you're just like kind of fighting with yourself about it. You know what I mean?
I'll think about it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I mean, I got one more question. It's kind of a hard one.
Okay.
How many more animals should be exploited in your name?
I don't have an answer for that one.
Yeah. Should it be more than 0? You want to say 0, right? Like,
I
you
would
want
love to be a vegetarian.
Yeah, or vegan.
Or vegan.
Yeah. You know what happens in the dairy industry?
I was going to say pus.
Yeah, that's like 10% of the milk. Yeah, it can be pus. Yeah, it's pretty gross. So, you know how that happens? I mean, because...
No, I do gotta
Yeah.
go as well.
So, I'll
This
just,
is whatever, you know.
I'll just say real quick, when they have to produce milk for their babies, right? So we force them pregnant, and we take the baby from them. And if it's female, it gets forcibly impregnated again. If it's male, it just gets right to slaughter because there's no use for it. They don't produce milk, and they don't grow for meat. And then they do that for like 5 or 6 years, and then they can't get them pregnant anymore. So then that cow goes to slaughter too, and it can live up to like 20 years old. So it's a quarter of their life, and a dairy cow actually lives longer than most farm animals. So all the other farm animals, we actually kill them like 10%, 5%, or even less than 1% of their natural life. So it's
A lot.
yeah. Look, if you're a numbers person, look into some of the numbers. They're pretty crazy. But I'll just share something with you there
Okay.
that you might like that. So
I hope you have a good day.
yeah, you as well. Nice talking to you.
Nice talking.
All right, guys, that was okay. Did you guys like that conversation? I hope animals aren't just eating grass. It's crazy how many people think that, well, cows just eat grass, and I can't eat the grass. So I have to eat the cow. Because, like, what if I was just like munching on this grass as people walk by? I was just like, no, we mostly feed them soy and corn. But I wouldn't really recommend eating a lot of corn. I don't think that's the best for your health. But you should definitely be eating more soy. Everything that I've seen about soy, it's great for you. You can eat it You can probably eat it every single day and get benefits from it. How you doing, sir?
Okay.
I hope he gets into air conditioning really quick because he's wearing a full suit out here and it's 90 freaking degrees. I'm not even going to ask him to stop just because he's in a full suit. How you doing, sir? Can I ask you a few questions? Can I ask you guys a few questions? Yes. Here, I'll just share some stickers with you guys or something if you want.
Lily, you don't know much about this one.
Do you guys like animals?
Yes.
You wanna take a sticker? Yeah, that's a little cow there.
Cow, I need to teach you about this.
Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm going to teach you about it. Video. Lily,
What? Yeah, you wanna see the channel? You can take a picture of my channel there if you want, and then you can go back on my stream today and you can see yourself on my stream. If you get them too, you can check them out. There are other resources.
thank you.
Yeah.
Go on.
You're welcome. See you. Bye. That was kind of cute. She like dragged her mom over here. She walked around the back. She saw I was doing a video, and she walked around the back on purpose to not be in the video. But they were watching me. So I just asked her anyway, and she like dragged her mom over here. Her mom's like, "You don't know anything, don't." That was funny. She took the sticker of the baby cow. And then I gave her the flyer of the cow that said, milk's for baby cows, not you. Thanks for being here, everybody. 30 likes. That's awesome. My last stream got 31 or 32. I noticed actually there's another video that has 33 likes. So I think that's my second most liked video. It's got 33 likes. So if we can break that, it'll be my second highest likes. Do animals like themselves? Yeah, children really need to know. That's like, the more I'm out here and I interact with families, I feel so bad for the kids. Like, when those parents get like angry about, like, some people look over and they see this end speciesism and they see PETA and they're like, "Oh no, don't go near that guy." Like, and they like grab their kids and like pull their kids like away. It's like, it's really weird to me. And I feel so sorry for kids like that. Like, your parents, they mean well. Everybody's parents mean well for the most part. That doesn't mean they know what's best all the time. When it comes to animals. How you guys doing? Can I ask you a few questions? Do you guys want a sticker?
Sticker.
Here, you guys just take all three.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, they were with that lady. Can I ask you guys a few questions? Caribbean saltwater, Cayman Islands, coastal outfitters. See, loves the beach, loves nature, loves the ocean, probably eats fish. How does that make any sense? Do their interests matter to them? If so, how do they not matter in reality? Humans and non-humans have 5 senses. Yeah, how many senses does a plant have? Wait a minute, don't dolphins have other senses though? I heard something about dolphins have like a 6th sense maybe. How you ladies doing? They're like deep in conversation. Not even gonna bother. Yeah, Dennis, you're not vegan. Oh, there's I forget his name. I'll talk to him. How you guys doing? Can I ask you a few questions? Maybe I'll get him when he comes back. I want to talk to him again. He was a guy that was like, my God gave me animals to do whatever I want with them, pretty much. But he was a lot more respectful than the other guy I talked to the other day. What about a suicidal adult? Somebody was talking about that the other day. I don't know. That's like, I mean, an adult can just do it themselves. So you don't have to make that decision for them, unless they're not capable of making that decision. But now you're talking about a really small percentage. Yeah, people use paper straws to save fish and then eat fish. 50% of the plastic in the ocean is commercial fishing nets. 50%. Less than 1% of the plastic in the ocean is straws. So, yeah, straws are definitely not the problem. It's eating fish. Yeah, the echolocation, there you go. A 7th sense. Yeah, the electrosensitivity. The electric fields, that's what the one I was talking about. There's some really weird research on dolphins and electromagnetic fields. How you guys doing? You guys like animals? No? If you're not vegan, you're supporting animal abuse. No. I thought maybe she'd turn around. She did. Yeah, from AI. So dolphins might have 7 senses. That's pretty cool. See, we suck. We're horrible. We only have 5 senses. So maybe, is it okay for dolphins to farm people then? Because they have more senses than us? They just like grew legs and started walking around. Can I share some info with you? She said no. Your conversation has turned into a debate. So, I mean, what could I say that would help you realize what an urgency it is? I mean, you want to respect animals, right? So, why are you not vegan? Sorry if you already answered that. I haven't been able to read every comment. But I'll try to interact with you. How you doing, ma'am? Can I share some information with you? She was in a rush. Morality isn't solely based on interest. That would make it a good thumbnail. Well, the dolphins farming people. Okay, maybe I'll do that. That's funny. Good idea. I'm gonna use AI to do it though. Yeah, that's true. Blind humans that can do that. That's really cool. I should have asked those guys. What time is it? Which one? My battery is really doing good today. Yeah, don't stroke the welfarist ego. Like that guy this morning. I don't know if you saw me when I was setting up over at the hotel. There was a guy, it said ag country on his shirt, ag country. And he said it's a company that gives loans to farmers. He said, all our farmers respect their animals. I said, can you respect animals and when you're taking things from them? He said, oh, definitely. All the farmers respect their animals, all of them. And then I asked him like one or two more questions, and he ended up turning around going inside. But yeah, I'll probably go do some research on that company, Ag Country, and see how big they are and what they actually do. Vegans are so ridiculous. Why do you think vegans are ridiculous? You don't think it's ridiculous to factory farm these animals? You think it's ridiculous to breed animals? To control that whole process? You don't think that's a little weird? Sticking your arm up a cow's butt? You don't think that's weird? To get another cow pregnant? I think that's a little weird. You know, vegans just don't buy products like that. So how does that make them weird? Mm-hmm. How you guys doing? Can I ask you a few questions? I think she wanted to talk, and he just chose for her. I hate when people do that. I see that a lot too. I'll ask a couple, and it'll look like the woman wants to talk, but then the guy will answer for both of them and say no and pull her away. It's like, Discrimination, including speciesism, and treating others as legal property violate the principle of equal consideration. That like interests deserve like consideration. Yeah, that's well said. I like that. Thanks for being here, Dennis. I hope you come back, and I hope we can learn some from each other. But please know that you can choose to support exploitation or choose against it. You're supporting an industry that relies on exploiting the animals, or you can support other industries that still might be killing animals, but once we make that shift, then we can focus on that, where we're killing other animals, for like collateral damage, or there are other plant farmers that just aren't vegan and they kill animals to grow their plants. Like that is another problem, but that's not your problem unless you're that farmer. You know what I mean? Most people are doing the worst impact from eating animals. It's the easiest thing that you can change in your life that you probably already don't agree with. That's the craziest thing. Like, I'm not necessarily out here trying to make you care about animals more. I'm out here just trying to make people realize that they already care for animals. They want to care for animals. They feel like they care for animals, but then their actions do the complete opposite. How you doing, sir? Can I ask you guys a few questions? Can I ask you a few questions? That guy was just dropping off lunch or something in there. Maybe I'm going to give him this when he comes back out. Can I share some information with you?
Yeah, thanks.
Oh. Too bad. You can win $1 million. Just kidding. That guy, those interactions remind me of the guy that gives out the gold bars. He'll literally be like, an ounce of gold? People will be like, no. Like, you're lost. How you guys doing? Can I ask you a few questions?
Yeah, not right now.
Can I just share some information with you?
Sure, absolutely.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, she was just on her lunch break, so she probably, hopefully she didn't just eat a chicken. Maybe she did. And then I gave her the chicken flyer. Maggie B, how's it going? I haven't seen you here. Are you new here? Hit the like button and subscribe. You can learn how to not die from malnutrition here. So I'm 33. I've only how long was that 38-year-old vegan? Do you know, Maggie? I've only been vegan for a year, but I've gained weight. I've gained muscle. My biometrics are good. There's one thing that got worse, but I'm working on that, and I need to do another test soon. But I'll be completely transparent. I'll show you guys my blood test. I've already shown you guys what I eat mostly. Thinking protein. Yeah. Hi, Anna. Thanks for being here. Yeah, so there was a lady here a little bit earlier, and that's what she said. She was vegan for, I don't remember if she said a couple months or a couple years. I think she might have said a couple years. And she was lifting, but she was tiny. If you saw her standing here, she was really tiny lady. So she just wasn't eating enough calories. First of all, protein shouldn't really ever be something that you should be worried about. Because if you're eating enough calories, you're going to be eating enough protein. That's not something that you need, that's like you're normally deficient in. So just make sure you're eating enough calories. You might have to eat 3 meals a day. If you are only eating 1 meal a day or 2 meals a day, you're going to probably have to add in another meal to make sure you're getting the calories. But if you want to send me a message directly, Go into the description, the Buy Me a Coffee account. You can send me messages directly in there. You can see what I eat. There's like a meal plan. You can see how much it costs. Just average price. It costs me probably about $14 a day to eat. 13, like $12 to $14 a day or something like that. And if you even have a tighter budget, I can even help you with a meal plan on a tighter budget, $300 to $400 a month. There's the vegan gym. I put a link to the vegan gym. 2 videos. He has some of the best meal plans. Good. How you doing?
Good.
He's got a video that's like eat this every day to live to 100 plus. Great video. It's like 45 minutes long. He uses what's his name? Dr. Greger. His nutrition facts, the Daily Dozen. He uses that list essentially and like adds 1 or 2 more things in there. But it's a really good breakdown. Phone's getting hot. It's in the sun here. Vegan since 10. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, Graves' disease. Yeah, that's a big bonus that you get. How you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, good to see you again. Yeah, you really have to pay attention to your body's needs. Nutrition is something a lot of people know little about. And I will add to that, your doctors don't know shit about nutrition either. Most doctors have no freaking clue how to keep people healthy. They just treat the diseases that you get from eating too many animals. Basically what most of the issues come down to. So you can't go to a doctor, you get your blood tested. A lot of times they put it in a really wide range. You're either healthy or you're not healthy. And then if you're not healthy, that's when they start treating you. But then they just treat the problem. They don't actually treat the root cause, why you have these problems to begin with. And that's what people need to focus on. So I'm a big advocate for doing a lot of those things yourself, taking care of your health yourself, doing your own blood tests, reading the results yourself. Don't just sit there and listen to what your doctor says, like this is in range, this is in range, this is in range. And you have to get the optimal ranges. So there's unhealthy, there's healthy, and then there's optimal. How you doing, sir? Can I ask you a few questions?
No, thank you.
So if you really want to focus on your health, you have to get everything into the optimal ranges before you have the diseases or you have any other issues, because then it's really hard to get back into that optimal range. Yeah, I don't know if your grapes was animal products. It might not have been, but I know most heart problems, a lot of cancers and things like that are tied to animal products. So most of the things that we die from are related to animal products. Yeah, Game Changers. I know some people don't like that, but it was one of the things that helped me make the decision. How you doing, sir? Can I ask you a few questions? No. They're coming out with Game Changers 2, so hopefully that they don't make the same mistakes with the second one that people complained about in the first one. So I'm definitely excited for that to come out. I think it might be coming out later this year. Yeah, Brazil nuts. Selenium for Brazil. Selenium from Brazil nuts. That's in the Vegan Gym's nutrition guide. There's other ways to get selenium too. Because I think that was Jason said he's allergic. I don't remember what the other alternative was, but in the newer video, in my Buy Me a Coffee, the newer video, or just go to the Vegan Gym, his YouTube. It's the newer one he just posted. That has the alternative to the Brazil nut, but I forget what it is. It's just in the meal plan already. I am in most of the optimal ranges. There's one or two things that are out that's still in the healthy range, but not optimal. And then I have one or two things that are out of even the healthy range. But they were like that before I was vegan too. So I'm still trying to get some things in line. But that's what you have to do the test yourself, look at the results yourself. You can go talk to a doctor if you want, but maybe go talk to a couple different doctors and talk to a nutritionist that actually can help you with the nutrition. But do a lot of the research yourself. There's a lot of information out there. You can figure out a lot of the stuff out yourself. Figure out what you're the most deficient in and work on that. And when I was doing that over the last 3 years, I would test every 6 months and make adjustments. How you guys doing? Can I ask you a few questions? Every time I would have something that I would try to improve on, I would look at the research and the studies and how to get the best improvements, and basically every single one would say follow a Mediterranean diet or a plant-based diet. How you doing, ma'am? Can I ask you a few questions? Do you have a couple minutes? Do you have a couple minutes? Oh, you're deaf? Can I just share something with you? Do you want this? You can have this.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You can have it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Great. Hopefully she reads that a little bit more. In your vegan multivitamin. Yeah, there's a lot of really good multivitamins out there too that you can get. I saw Earthly Ned has a partnership with one. I think it's called Complete, but I haven't looked into the company or anything. Iron you can activate with vitamin C foods. A B12 supplement is recommended, and algae can complete omega-3s. So I take a vitamin D supplement, a B12 supplement, and omega-3s, algae oil. Those are the three supplements that I take because of my results. My vitamin D was low. Taking the supplement, put it right up into the optimal range. I need to test my B12, but I eat a lot of nutritional yeast that has B12 in it. If you eat like, what was it, like four or five tablespoons, that gives you like all the B12 that you need just from that one food. but you can get it in other milks and stuff. Sometimes they have it fortified in there. But you can get a lot of iron from pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds have the most iron in them. And tofu. I get a lot of calcium and iron from tofu and different seeds. So those are things that you don't normally have to supplement. Even protein, if money's not a problem, you might want to take a rice, hemp. What are some of the other ones? Protein powder. If you can get them with like minimal ingredients, like 1 or 2 ingredients, they can be really clean, good for you. Sometimes they cost a little bit more, but then you can put them in shakes, or put a little protein powder in your yogurt in the morning, and then you never have any problems. I get 100 grams of protein some days, but I normally always get like 70 to 80. How you guys doing? Can I ask you a few questions? Oh, they already went by. Did you say they already went by? Magnesium is a lifesaver. Magnesium will help with headaches, migraines. I had a friend of mine that used to have these terrible migraines. So I got him some hemp seeds. Hemp seeds have a lot of magnesium in them. It'll help you absorb calcium better as well. So if you have osteoporosis or anything like that, bone issues, take a vitamin D supplement, but also eat hemp seeds, hemp hearts, for the magnesium. Yeah, I love tofu too. Extra firm's good. I normally get extra firm, right? Firm, extra firm. Have you ever had the super firm? They have super firm tofu in Gettysburg, but they don't have it in my town. And it's expensive. It's like $7 here. Oh man, How you doing, sir? Can I ask you a few questions?
What's up?
Are you okay being in my video?
Huh?
You okay being in my video?
Sure.
Great. So I'm an animal rights advocate. I'm out here talking about animals. How do you feel about animals in general?
I love them.
Yeah.
I have a dog and 2 cats.
Right. So would you agree that our pets and animals have their own experiences, and they can be happy, they can be sad?
Absolutely.
Right? So how do you feel about the way we treat our pets and then the way we treat farm animals?
I grew up kind of like outside of the city.
Yeah.
So to me, pets were always more personable.
Right.
You understand what I mean? Like dogs and cats have personalities. I never really got exposed to farm animals, so.
Right. Yeah, I think most of us don't. But you realize that there's a lot of similarities, right, in between like the pigs and the cows.
Absolutely.
And our dogs and cats. So like if you think about it, why do we treat them differently? Like is there any reason behind that?
I think it's kind of like being a kid and just being things being driven into you, whatever it is, eat this, eat that. It's put in front of you all your life, so that's part of it.
Yeah, that's something that I thought too. Like we're conditioned.
We are conditioned to eat.
Yeah.
Obviously. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, listen, I really do have to run. So.
Okay. Can I just let's see? Can I share? I'll share this with you. There's a lot of stuff in here.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Good man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm getting lower on my things to hand out here, but that's what I wanted. So. He was a runner. That was the best runner I had all day. Yeah, I was going to say that too. Coffee. Don't drink coffee and eat a lot of those foods because the coffee will stop the absorption. Oh, past the light goal? Oh, my screen hasn't caught up yet. So my screen still says 31. Very cool though. Make sure my phone's not going to die. I'm going to try to do one more conversation if I can, but I don't want to miss the bus like I did yesterday. D3 from the sun is best, 20 minutes in the day. Well, see, I was outside a lot. I would be outside probably more than 20 minutes a day. And my vitamin D was still low. I used to work outside. I was outside all the time. I mean, I guess I wasn't working outside more recently, but another thing is mushrooms. If you get mushrooms, take your mushrooms, put them in the sun, in direct sunlight for like an hour or two. The mushrooms will absorb vitamin D from the sun, and then you can get that from eating the mushrooms. And then also, it's not good to be in the sun, in the direct sun, for your skin. That's how people get skin cancer, being out in the sun all the time. If you are going to be outside in the sun, do it early in the morning or later in the evening, not in the middle of the day. So like I'll get up early before the sun comes up, and I'll take my dog for a walk. Just as the sun gets up over the houses, I'll take her outside and we'll go walk around the park in the sun. But like I said, the sun's just getting up over the houses. So it's always early in the morning, right when the sun's coming up. We probably walk for 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. But I still take a vitamin D supplement. And I don't eat mushrooms that much, put them out in the sunlight. I do that sometimes, but I don't. I'm trying to save some money lately, so I haven't been getting the expensive mushrooms. They cost a lot. I don't grow my own vegetables. I have a lot of dogs. I have one dog, but I have a lot of dogs that come over to my property, so I don't have an area that I can grow them. I wanted to make a nice garden, but now I got the dogs instead. But I grow microgreens, so I do grow. I do grow vegetables, a lot of my own greens. So I grow pea, broccoli, sunflower, and radish. I have a couple other, but those are the ones that I do on a regular. The most effective compact vegan garden. So I was doing some research on this the other day too. It's vertical farming. If you stack them all on top of each other, I think that's the best. How you doing, sir? Can I ask you a few questions? About animals.
Animals?
Yeah, are you okay being in my video?
Well, I'd rather ask you about God.
That's fine. We can talk about both.
So you have a spiritual relationship with God?
I don't. I have a spiritual relationship with animals.
Well, God intended for us to serve Him. That's why we were created.
Yeah.
Not to serve animals. Animals are here to serve us.
You think animals are here to serve us? Why do you say that?
Because that's what God said, for us to have dominion over the animals and the earth.
Right. Okay. So when God says you have dominion over the animals, you choose to eat them.
Well,
But you don't do that with your children, right? Because you have dominion over your children, but you didn't eat
they're
them.
humans. They're humans.
Oh, well, they're humans. So that's well, but humans are animals too, right?
No.
Oh, so you don't accept science.
That's a fundamental mistake to call
Oh,
humans
okay.
animals.
It's a mistake that somebody said that we're animals. Okay, so you don't believe in science.
I do believe in science, but not all
Okay.
science is correct.
Right,
To
but
me,
when we find
science finds its ultimate approval from God, from the Bible.
oh God, well, why is your God the right God? Why not another God?
He's the only God. Jesus Christ is the
Oh,
only God.
okay. Right, they're all other false gods, right?
There's false gods, correct.
Yeah. So what? There's billions of people that believe that your God's the false God, though.
It's
So
unfortunate.
yeah.
It's sad.
But then let's get back to the
Jesus
animals,
said-
though. So what does that have to do with torturing and breeding and raping and killing animals?
Because we're supposed to have dominion over the animals.
Because you have dominion over your kids.
As parents. And we're
Right,
supposed
right.
to raise
So what does
them
dominion mean?
nurture.
Dominion means that chop them up into little pieces and eat them?
No, that's not what dominion means.
Well, that's what you do, right?
It
With
means
animals?
to use wisely.
Right. So if
To
we
have
could choose to
control
eat
wisely.
plants instead of animals, why do you choose to disrespect the animals like that?
Not disrespecting.
When you kill them and you torture them and you rape them, that's not
We're
disrespecting?
using them for their
Whoa.
intended purpose.
Right. For our purpose. That's not their
Right.
purpose. What's their purpose, though?
I mean, God uses, in the Old Testament, they used animal sacrifices because
Right.
blood had to be sacrificed for the remission of sins or for the payment for sin.
Right. Oh, so you sacrifice blood so you can do bad things to other people and animals?
No.
So
If you
so what's
do
the
bad
justification for it, though?
You're looking for forgiveness from God for your wrong. To sacrifice the animal is admitting that you are a sinner, you do things wrong, and are contrary to His will.
So do you lie to your wife?
Try not to.
Right. You try not to. Okay.
I mean,
so
my goal is
because you know
not
that's
to.
wrong, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you know it's wrong.
But how do you feel about stabbing an animal? Like you wouldn't do that yourself, right?
I wouldn't just stab an animal just for the sake of stabbing. That's
I mean,
irresponsible.
right.
But-
Okay. So you
but it has
so,
to
so you're
have
stabbing.
purpose.
So you wouldn't stab them just for the fun of it, but once you eat them, that's okay.
It's fine.
What about a dog or a cat?
Well, some nations do eat dogs.
Yeah. So why don't you?
I just don't find it appetizing.
Okay. But it's okay, right? God said it's okay, so you don't have any problem with it. If they were people were farming dogs and cats and.
I don't like to see that done because we use dogs for service.
Yeah.
And horses. I guess years ago, dog food.
Yeah. Well, we used to use horses for transportation. So how'd you get here today?
I walked here
Okay. Why didn't you ride a horse?
because they're expensive to
They're
maintain.
expensive, yeah. Do you have a car?
I do have a car.
Why don't you sell your car and get a horse and you can ride the horse around? It might be a little cheaper than your car.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I want something that's reliable because I'm dependent upon each day.
Well, if you breed the horses, then you'll always have another horse, right?
Well, horses are subject to heat more than cars are.
Yeah, so
Horses in their proper element are great. If you have rough terrain, horses are great for that.
why are they good for rough terrain?
They just have good footing. I guess
They're
because
just good, yeah.
we go in 2, they go in 4.
Yeah. So, you don't use a horse for transportation anymore because you got something better, right? You have a better alternative. So why do we still eat animals if we have a better alternative and we don't have to cause...
How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Do you eat hamburgers?
Not my favorite, but yeah.
What about fish?
Yeah, sometimes.
Big fish? We're having a debate over whether we can have the vegan.
Oh. Yeah, some would say burgers.
Yeah, so I mean, would you agree that we can survive off of plants though? Like there's plant-based burgers and just like other alternatives.
It's not the same kind of protein. your body needs a rich protein, and plant-based protein is not the best. It's okay. I mean, if you were starving, definitely.
Yeah. Well, do I look like I'm starving?
I don't know.
Yeah. So.
I mean, you have a lighter frame than me.
Yeah, maybe. I'm bigger than you, though. You might have a little bit bigger of a belly, but I'm taller. I probably got bigger muscles than you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I get enough protein. I get about 100 grams of protein a day. Do you know how much?
I try to stay maybe around 20 to 30.
20 to 30 grams of protein?
Just depends. But I try not to eat a steady diet, say beef. I try to have a variety of diets.
Yeah.
You know, mixing some fish, some chicken.
Yeah.
Had a little bit of lamb last week.
Yeah. So you like to exploit all the animals.
Yeah.
So what about cats and dogs though? You feel bad about cats and dogs, but you don't feel anything about the other animals?
Well, a lot of what we see in cats and dogs are pets.
Right.
And respecting a person's pet, you know, going up and killing them with.
I understand that. Like,
quite emotional.
Even if you had a plant, like if you had a garden in your backyard, I would respect your garden. I'd respect your plants, but that I don't think that justifies what we do to the other animals. You know what I mean?
Well,
why do we treat them so poorly?
What? Treat who so poorly?
The other animals, the farm animals.
Well,
because like they're owned by that farm. They're not a pet, but they're still somebody's like property at that point, right?
But they're raised for that purpose. They're raised for meat or for milk.
Yeah, but we chose that for them, right? Like they had no choice in being born a cow, and just because that animal is born a cow, we're gonna treat them bad because they were born a cow.
Who says we're treating them badly? We're treating them for their intended purpose.
Well, if you look at it from the perspective of the animals, if you've ever seen any of the slaughterhouse footage, or like what those animals are actually going through when they're getting pushed through that line, the whole floor is just covered in blood. They can smell it, they can see it, they're sliding around. They get in there and they bolt gun them in the head, but a lot of times it doesn't work. So they'll do it multiple times and then they'll send them through anyway and cut their throat while they're alive.
Process. I mean, animals should be killed quickly.
Yeah.
You know,
but you wouldn't do that to a dog or a cat, right? Or definitely not to a person.
If I had to defend myself against the dog would attack me.
Sure. I understand that. Same thing with a person, right?
Was badly attacked by a dog.
Yeah.
Just lost her leg.
Yeah.
I'm sure if she would have had a weapon, she would have eliminated that dog.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that too. I would probably do the same thing. If I was attacked by a dog, I would probably hurt that dog, you know, to save myself.
Dogs find themselves very useful as companions, seeing eye dogs.
Right. But then we're using them for our benefit at that point too. So.
And that's, in my mind, you don't agree, but that's what they were created for man's use.
Well, do you also agree that 50, 60 years ago, these animals aren't the same as they are now because we've genetically modified them to the point where they're like completely different?
I mean, they're different genetically, but they still serve
we created them.
Same purpose. We didn't create them.
Well, we mutated them.
The genetic base was given to us by God.
But we said that's not good enough for us, so we changed it to benefit us better, right? So isn't that a little disrespectful to God?
That's part of our having dominion.
That we can just do whatever we want to them?
Use out of those animals for a higher and better use.
Yeah.
To create breeds that are good
for
hunting, retrieving.
What about the breeds that we breed and then they can't breathe right? Like the bulldogs and the pugs, they got problems with their breathing. What do you think about that when we breed them and then they can't breathe?
There's people that are born and can't breathe right.
Right, but we don't chop them up for food.
I don't know if we chop up bulldogs.
I mean, they do in some countries, right?
Yeah, in the Philippines, it's an accepted practice.
Yeah, but you think we should stop that, right? There's other alternatives. They should just eat something else. Don't you agree?
Eat something else. I mean, a lot of places in the Philippines, if they have access to goats, they'll eat goat meat. which there's nothing wrong with goat meat. It's about
Do you think the
making-
goat would agree with that?
I don't know if the goat has any sense to realize what his future is. I mean,
Yeah, maybe
and-
not like a person can
animals
plan years out in advance, but
do
you
not
know,
have a soul.
oh, they don't
We
have a soul. Okay.
We have a soul.
Yeah, I talked to somebody the other day that
We
said
have
that too.
You know, an inner man.
So that just means that, like, well, you don't think that animals, you know, some animals pass the reflection test, right? Is that what you're talking about? Like they don't, yeah, like when they see themselves in a mirror, they actually like recognize that
they'll
that's
bark at-
them.
They'll bark at the other animal.
Yeah, some do, but some actually realize that they are the animal in the mirror.
That I don't know. I've never gotten into that realm of study.
Right. So that's something. I'll go back to science. Right. Science is always changing, like you said. But if we realize
Science principles always stay the same. You take the
some of the main principles. Yeah.
you take the periodic table, and every element has its own specific amount of electrons, protons, and neutrons that identifies itself. That is steady. You know, you don't say, well, today hydrogen has 4 electrons. No.
Sure.
It won't be hydrogen anymore. You know?
So now you're saying that some science is fact. When earlier you said that science is just.
Well, there is true science is based upon fact and repeated experiences with that. For instance, water always freezes at 32 degrees.
Yeah.
You know, it vaporizes at 120 or whatever temperature is.
Yeah.
There's basic principles in play that we can count on.
Right.
And
So do you think that?
And that's the design of a great creator.
So
we always have seasons at the same time of the year.
Yeah. So living vegan aligns with that, right? So when you're living vegan,
if somebody chooses to be a vegan, if they want to do that, that's fine. It's their will to
right.
be vegan.
Right. So, but when you're not vegan, you are demanding those sentient animals go through the slaughterhouse. So you're demanding that these horrible practices to be taking place on those animals that are alive and can feel that. And they might not be able to perceive and plan years in advance like a human, but when they're in the slaughterhouse and they see what's about to happen to them, they can perceive that. And then in the moment when they're stabbing them, they're feeling that.
Again, they're created for that purpose. That's
what if we started farming humans and they were created for that purpose? What if there was like
that's not
what if humans evolved two different evolutions? What if there's like, you know, other humans that have like Superman, they have superpowers, they're super strong, they're super fast, and they have power over us. What would stop them from doing the same thing to us? What if their God said it's okay? Would you just be okay with that? Would you just say, "Oh, you got me"?
Killing a person is against God's commandments.
Right. But what if they're the next human and their God said that it's okay to do that to you? Yeah, but you don't see how that kind of relates to the animals?
You can't use hypothetical cases to establish solid principles.
But yeah, but you can't see how that relates to the animals, how we treat the animals a little bit.
Not really, because your philosophy is totally different than mine.
Well, I think
a basic philosophy
yeah.
we follow.
Yeah, what's the golden rule? What's the golden rule? That's what I follow, the golden rule.
Treat thy neighbor as thyself.
Sure.
Do you do that?
Yeah, but I also do that with animals. Why don't you include animals in that?
Because that wasn't God's.
But God created the animals.
They're not our neighbors.
So why didn't he make animals with the ability to suffer?
I want to tell you about the goodness of God.
But I don't think your God's good if he's demanding that we put these animals in a slaughterhouse.
So you think God is a bad God?
Well, I think it's strange to me, right?
God is bad.
Well, I'm trying to explain it, right? I don't think that God has good intentions when he created these animals with the ability to suffer, similar to like we can, and then he's creating these systems, right?
God is perfect.
So why did he do this? Why did he do it then?
That was his choice.
Why did he create suffering? Why did he create animals that can suffer the way they can suffer, and then make us the way we are, so that we force them into slaughterhouses the way we do?
Suffering is not one of his prime principles. When he had animals sacrificed, he had them sacrificed in a certain manner, so death was quick.
Right. So why don't we do that now? That should be how it always is.
Well, there's a lot of
You support industries that don't do that.
I don't know. I haven't been there.
Right, you don't know, but you blindly give them your money. And I'm telling you that they treat these animals horrible. You don't have to believe me. You can go ahead and keep believing them, but they're just lying to you so you buy their products. I am not getting any money from it.
That's your definition of slaughtering. It's horrible.
Sure.
To me,
Well, you don't,
it's a
how can you?
process of survival.
But you could just go eat plants. You don't have to eat the animals.
I could, eat plants, but I would have better nutrition supplementing my diet.
Do you think your nutrition's better than mine?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
But you choose to be vegan. I choose to be everything.
You choose to oppress animals.
You
You choose to exploit animals.
You can say I exploit vegetables because I eat vegetables.
Yeah, but it's not the same as an animal, right?
But
because they can't think
I
and
could
feel
say
like we can.
You're exploiting vegetables.
Yeah.
And you're discriminating against animals because you won't eat them.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure, definitely. But you know what? I exploit less plants because most of the plants get fed to the animals that you eat. And then you actually are only getting a percentage of the energy.
I appreciate the opportunity to talk to you.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good talking to you too.
And I hope at some point you realize who the true God is and that he sent Christ to us to be our Savior.
Sure. I mean, I'm opening to listening to some of those things, but I don't think that justifies doing bad things to animals. Does that make sense?
Concentration should be on what your personal relationship is with God, not your personal relationship with plants.
Yeah,
So, hey, it's been great talking.
So you
have a great day.
So you're using God to justify doing horrible things to animals. We'll just leave it at that.
I follow God's principles and his intentions.
So that the Garden of Eden was vegan, right? They didn't eat animals or animal products in the Garden of Eden.
Well, if you remember Cain and Abel, Abel sacrificed an animal. Cain didn't like what happened.
Right.
So he killed Abel, which was totally wrong. So, but I don't know whether Adam and Eve ate animals or not. I know they ate vegetables, they ate fruit.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. I haven't studied it myself, but I heard that the Garden of Eden was vegan, and then if you listen to the Lord's Prayer,
it doesn't say vegan.
No, but it says it's up to your interpretation. If you want to interpret it to that they didn't eat animal products, you can do that. If you want to interpret it that it means dominion and that means rape, torture, kill animals for us, then you can believe that. But I think if you're going to go down that road, you're making a mockery of your religion.
If Eve chose to be vegan, that was her choice.
That was her choice. No, actually, it was God's choice, right? Because God created the Garden of Eden in his perfect image.
Well, he threw them out.
Right, he threw them out. Why?
Because of their sin.
Because they were sinners. Yeah. So now you just live
like
with sin. You think it's okay to live with sin?
No.
Well, that's what you said, though.
I've been convicted of sin. That's why I came to Christ as my Savior. And
right.
I implore you to do the same.
Right. Well, I don't think
spiritually.
I don't think that I don't think that I have to ask for forgiveness. I think I'm doing a pretty good job at respecting my neighbors and the animals and stuff too.
You have an inflated opinion of yourself.
I mean,
you're basically arrogant then.
Do you think that I'm arrogant because I don't believe in your God?
Well, to say that you're better than your neighbor.
I didn't say that I'm better than my neighbor, but I don't think that I have to follow your God because I think I'm a bad person.
So
that's all I'm saying.
What's your first name?
Jake.
Jake, thanks for your stopping and having the debate.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I wish you well. And I hope you do come to a point where you find out you do need Christ. You do, whether you know it or not.
Yeah. I mean, that's debatable, but the suffering of the animals, that's a fact. So.
Okay. Have a great day. Don't rest.
Yeah, I'm going to pack up soon. I hope that you stop exploiting animals. Jesus Christ does not want you to kill animals in his name. Freaking psycho, man. Two old guys that will use religion to justify horrible things. Crazy. God gave us those animals to do whatever we want to them. That's wild. And then he wants to say that I'm arrogant because I said that I think I'm a good person. Yeah, I mean, that was crazy. At least that guy admitted to lying to his wife. The last guy just ignored the question. He was like, "Yeah, I try not to." Well, why don't you try to not exploit the animals? Wouldn't do it to a cat or a dog. Hey Dennis, welcome back. I'm gonna start packing up now. America first. Is that somebody's name in here? Yeah. You're gonna start eating more animals now just for us? Oh. Make sure you eat a lot of raw ground beef. That way you shorten your lifespan. It's so funny when people say that, like, I'm gonna eat twice as much animal products now. Like, that's not a flex. It just shows how little you know about nutrition. And how little you actually care about yourself. Or anyone around you. Religious people like that really bother me. Those are the people like that are the cause of the worst things that we've ever done in history. It's literally people like that. That's so scary to me. Fucking religion, man. It's so terrifying. And the whole time he was talking to me, he's just got that big ass smile on his face. Like he's so happy treating animals like shit. But did you notice that he said he's never had a relationship with a farm animal? That's a common factor with all these people. He thinks his God gave us animals to do whatever we want with them. He's never even met one of them. Crazy. He needs to watch some of the footage, but I think those are the kinds of people that he probably won't ever change. And that's why I'm focused on time traveling. So I was talking about it before. If you can slow your rate of aging down enough, then you can travel into the future. It's a new thing that, it's a new concept that it's going to be a lot easier to do now than it used to be. I think in the future there's going to be some humans that live really long and some that don't change. So just, I'm probably going to cut out, but I'll cut back in a second, so hold on. Excuse me? What's going on? Can I just get a water? Yeah. Thank you. Alright, I hope it didn't cut out. God knows our hearts. Shit. Let me get caught up here. Hit the like button. There's a lot of people in here. There's most people in here when I'm just fishing. That sucks. Oh yeah, so many people think Dennis and VI are the same person. Oh shit. I don't think I can have the music. Yeah, that's what I think. Dennis is definitely a little more open, a little bit more engaging. I'm gonna cut the sound out in here because I think I'll get a copyright for the music. Yeah, there's 1,000 different gods, and I talked to a Christian that said his God was the only God, and I talked to a Muslim and he said his God was the only one, so yeah, Dennis, you're welcome here anytime. Just try to think about the animals a little bit more. And try not eat. Yeah. You don't need to justify horrible things. Yeah, it's so hot. I was thinking about bringing my food and just putting it in the sun to heat it up. I probably could have ate my lunch out here. Did you hear that guy I was talking to? He was, at first he said science, you can't believe science. You have to just trust God. And then when I was talking about science later, he was like, well, the periodic table, they're all like elements. They're all the same. Like, then he was trying to justify science. Your name is based on the scooter? I didn't know that. I'm gonna have to check that out. Do some cooking videos? I will definitely do that. I was trying to get another camera hooked up to my laptop so I could switch cameras, and I had it connected and I had it all set up, and then like I went to bed and I woke up the next day and I turned everything on and I could not get my phone to connect to my laptop again. I don't know why, but I couldn't get it. But I would like to do that. Oh, sorry, no sound. Yeah, this is the train station. That's what I was showing here. I'm not normally on the other side of the street. I think it's a cool looking building. But yeah, thanks for being here, everybody. Just gonna end in a few minutes. Let me know if you got any other questions or anything. If you want to reach out to me personally, you can go to the Buy Me a Coffee account and you can send me a message if you need help going vegan or have any other questions. Ouch. If anybody wants to debate me, we can set something up sometime. But yeah, I got a lot of likes. There's a lot of people here today, so that's good. I keep trying to get it in front of more and more people. I think next week I'm gonna go to the slaughterhouse. My ankle's starting to hurt me a little bit, but it's not that bad. So I'm gonna go to the slaughterhouse and stream there. I want to try to figure out like how many trucks come a day, what times they normally come, things like that. Danny. Yeah, think about bringing my dog. So I was talking about that earlier. I might next week I'm gonna probably go to the slaughterhouse. But I might actually come back to Gettysburg this weekend. I might come back out here Friday or Saturday and actually bring my dog. When I come out during the week, I just ride the bus out here, so I can't bring her with me. But I would definitely like to. But I might just stay out here this weekend. I don't have any. Normally I have other dogs at my house, so I stay home. But I don't have any dogs this weekend, so I might come stay out here with Nova. And if I do that, then I might come out Saturday with her and do like a short stream. Look at these dogs. Cute. Candy, you want to be my dog? I thought about dressing her up like a person and trying to bring her home one day. Or putting her in a bag and like have her head stick out and just say that she's like a stuffed animal or something. I don't think they would notice. She's kind of big though. I don't know if that would work. But yeah, if I'm out here this weekend and I can bring her out here, then I'll probably do that. And I don't know, a lot of the weekends they have a lot of events and protests and stuff like that. So I don't know exactly what's going on, but if they are doing something like that, there will be a lot of people in the square. Yeah, so it wasn't that bad today. Yeah, good luck with the slaughterhouse. Yeah, like I was saying about that place too. They were just investigated last year, and a lot of people were charged with a lot of charges. So I don't think they're gonna like me being there. I know they're not gonna like me being there. But wouldn't you think? Wouldn't you think that if they're not doing anything wrong, then they would have no problem showing people what they're doing, right? Like, I want to go to a halal slaughterhouse around here. I was talking to the Muslim guy at the bank. It's not he doesn't work at the bank. He works in the back. It's a different business, but he said where he gets his halal meat. I want to go there and ask them if I can see what they do. Why wouldn't they want to show people what they do if they're doing things the right way? If they want to hide it, don't you think that means they're probably doing something that they feel like they shouldn't be? Wouldn't that make sense? And the turkey slaughterhouse, it's not that big of a building. And I don't think there's that many people that work there. It would not be very hard to make sure that you're following the rules. So even the rules aren't like the rules are messed up, but like they were doing worse things. You know what I mean? And like that should definitely not be allowed. Like the supervisors were doing it too. Like that was what the problem was. They got
I'm pretty sure they got supervisors charged with animal cruelty charges. And like the whole team. So they need better leadership in there. And then we need actual leadership that's gonna change things and not keep things the same. Like, that's the worst part. All the people that are in power that can actually make the decisions for these industries, they're so focused on this quarter, getting the revenue up for this quarter, making this quarter better than the last quarter. That's all they care about. And it's so sad. We suffer, the animals suffer. And the quicker we can change these systems, the better it'll be for everyone. So it'll suck at the beginning. A lot of the industries, they're gonna have to spend a lot of money on new things, changing things, but it needs to be done eventually. Somebody's just got to say this is enough, and we have to make a change. If a system is broken, a new one must be made. Yeah, the whole system's broken. Problem is, it's a $3 trillion system. So how do you fix that? It's a lot of money. The rich man's world. Yeah, so the people that are rich and have all the power have the most influence, right? But collectively, if enough people change and enough people want a certain thing, and we put enough pressure on those people that can make those decisions and make those changes, we got to make it easy for them. So that's, even when I'm talking to people out here, it's convenience and taste and money. So if I can show people that you can eat just as good food, save money, it can be better for your health, like, there's no reason to not want to do that. And then even with the industries, if we can show them better systems, or they can make more money, like, that's why wouldn't they want to do that, you know? You can turn chicken farms into mushroom farms. Better for the environment, better for the animals, better for the people. And you can make more money if you do it. I actually might start growing mushrooms myself. It's something that I'm kicking around. But there's a mushroom guy out here in Gettysburg that is killing it. He's killing it. And he only has 2 shipping containers, and that's it. He started in 1, and now he has 2, and he supplies all over the place around here. So I'm trying to do that with my microgreens this year, and then I need to probably just focus on that, but I might grow some mushrooms myself as a hobby, like lion's mane, oyster mushrooms. But it's different than the microgreens, so I'd have to have a whole nother setup. I don't really have the money to do that. I needed to focus on the microgreens because that's going to cost me some money to do what I'm doing there. Alright, I'm gonna go. It was nice hanging out with you guys. Thanks for being here. Subscribe, hit the like button. I'll probably do a hangout stream tomorrow. But thanks everyone. See ya.